And welcomes you to a special presentation of the United Football League.
Welcome to Arlington, Texas, where everything is bigger, including celebrating their championships. We know the Texas Rangers are the reigning World Series champs. The DC Defenders trying to avenge a loss against the reigning XFL champions. Last year's XFL champions, the Arlington Renegades. The fans are hyped up, ready to roll on a beautiful day for football. Welcome inside Choctaw Stadium. Alongside Kirk Morrison, I'm George Sedano. Eric McLean and Ian Fitzsimmons will join us in just a moment. And Kirk, this one is a rematch from last year's XFL championship. These players are ready to roll on this one.
Yeah, it's the rematch, and we won an encore, right? The last time these two teams played, people felt the better team didn't win the football game. That's why Arlington right here wants to prove that last year was no fluke. I'm excited to see the matchup, especially with these quarterbacks.
And Arlington knows that. Let's check in with Donald Payne, linebacker, who we talked to pregame. But before that, let's get to the championship game last year.
Yeah, it was all about the Vegas Vipers. They traded Luis Perez to Arlington. And guess what? He leads this football team to the XFL championship. He was the MVP of that big game. 3 touchdowns thrown and a defensive performance that had them hoisting that trophy last year.
Luis Perez put on a show, and you saw Bob Stoops with Danny Garcia and Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. And now let's hear about that rematch, because as you mentioned, Arlington knows maybe some people thought they shouldn't have won that one. Donald Payne here to step up to talk about it.
Hey, rematch, championship game. They got payback. They want payback, so it's our job not to let them get payback. You know, we got the ring, they don't. You know, it was a long God season. We're not having that good of a start, so it's our time to put our foot on the pedal. You know, get our first one of the year.
All right, Donald, thank you so much. And let's get down to Eric McLean, who's with Jordan Ta'amu, the quarterback of the DC Defenders.
That's right, last year's player of the year. Jordan, you can tell me it's just another game. You can tell me just another opponent, but this is a rematch of the championship game. What's going through your head right now?
Rematch of the century. I mean, I'm excited about it. I'm just ready to go out there and get that bad taste out of our mouth from last year and go out there and score.
One point of emphasis is going to be in the red zone, finishing drives with touchdowns, not kicks. How can your offense execute that today?
You know, just kind of playing our game, you know, playing smart, playing physical, being precise, accurate with the ball, and, you know, executing every play.
Appreciate you, Jordan. Good luck today. Standing by with the Hall of Famer, a competitive guy that I know, Coach Bob Stoops. Fitzy, go ahead.
Thank you, Mac. Coach, you are one of the more competitive people we have been around, to the point where, can you please explain why Sooner fans do not partake in a certain adult beverage based in the state of Texas?
Well, because obviously they have an NIL deal with the Longhorns, so it doesn't sit real well with us up in Oklahoma. Asking me that right before a game?
A couple of keys to coming away with a win, Coach, today.
Yeah, hopefully, you know, prevent the deep balls. That's been our nemesis on defense, and run the ball with a little better attitude. And Luis have another big day like he usually does.
Appreciate you, Coach.
All right, thanks.
George, the man hates to tie and tic-tac-toe. That's how competitive that man is.
Yeah, there's no question about that, Fitzy. And maybe, you know, after the game, we all can have a shot in his honor. You know?
Yes, indeed.
So there's that. Kirk, this matchup here, as we've highlighted, these two teams know each other well. There are some different players, obviously, on this team, particularly on the offensive side for DC, which we'll get to in a second. They will kick off to Arlington. So we'll see Luis Perez and company here quickly, as Juwan Manigo will be set to receive for the Arlington Renegades. Matthew McCrane to kick it off for the DC Defenders. And we are getting ready for UFL football, except we got to put that football back on the tee. A passionate crowd here. We saw them here very early, before the doors even opened.
Oh, I saw the tailgaters. I wanted to stop for a minute, George.
Me too, I gotta be honest with you.
The barbecue was already going, the smoke in the air, but it was fun. A little windy to start, though, today.
It is a little windy. We'll have some gusts here, certainly, but a steady wind at the moment, as they'll have to hold the ball for Matthew McCrane. Manigo to receive inside his 10. And gets dropped. Anthony Hines with the tackle, a return of 23 yards. Luis Perez, the Spring King. You've seen it there. Division II national champion at Texas A&M Commerce, XFL championship last year, and the MVP of the game.
He's a little bit of everything. He's also the coach on the field. He actually could be the offensive coordinator. Let's be honest. I mean, he calls plays at the line of scrimmage, George. He puts his offense in the best position before every snap.
Perez and company looking to get their first win of the season. Devion Smith to his left.
Where's the hunt? Terrible, sit up.
And Smith on the right side. Not much there. Burrows forward for a couple of yards. Santos Ramirez, Anthony Hines on the tackle. Let's listen in to the defensive coordinator for DC, Greg Williams.
Hey, stop. Here we go. Here we go, boys. Here we go, boys. Hey.
Let's listen into the offensive coordinator for Arlington here, setting in the play to Luis Perez. Chuck Long.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Sit up. Ready? Where's the hunt? Move. Here we go. Here we go. Terrible. Sit up.
And a trick play here and snuffed out immediately by the defense of the DC defenders. Derek Roberson with the tackle there on Jawan Manigo.
It's all about doing your job. And when you do your job, you just got to start right here. Watch all of these guys right here. They're just doing their job, doing what they're supposed to do. Staying there, don't get up the field. You wait, be patient, and it comes right to you. The big plays in football come when you're just doing your job. That's Bellamy. And also the other linebacker, Robertson, doing their job.
Third and long now for Arlington. And this defense we know is very aggressive with Greg Williams and company, the DC defenders.
Terrible, sit up.
Perez drops back, steps up in the pocket, floats one, got his man for a first down. It's Tyler Vaughns, the USC man of Troy, picks up that first down, a gain of 20 on the play.
You always have to know where the weakness of the defense is. Luis Perez, he understands that. He knows that it's in between the corner and that safety. See, it's called the honey hole. Right there, the safety and the corner. They can't get to that part. That's a nice throw right on the sideline, too, by Luis Perez.
44-yard line for Arlington, and Perez already accomplishing his first goal, which is to be successful on third down. Perez gets batted down at the line of scrimmage. Let's listen in to the offensive coordinator, Chuck
Flip 11. Flip 11.
Here we go. Here we go. Hey. 5, Dixie left, cut, 350, X
That's what you're going to do, guys. A lot of three-week. Get those hands up on the RPOs. Do
A lot of 3 week.
Yeah, here we go.
When you hear 3 week, you're talking about that weak side safety at the top of the screen. Weak side safety coming down late.
Terrible, sit up.
Perez again to the boundary. This time it's caught and tripped up right at midfield is Tyler Vaughns. Now let's check in with Greg Williams, the defensive coordinator for the DC Defenders.
11. All right, here we go. Pay attention. Automatic front, 51, wide press.
Come on, let's go.
I love the cat and mouse game.
3rd and 4.
Because you have those 5-yard ins and outs. Right now, he said, let's press up right here on 3rd down. Press at the line of scrimmage.
Only one safety back there.
Terrible, sit up.
Perez, here comes the pressure, steps up in the pocket, finds his man, complete for a first down. It's Tyler Vaughns again, his 3rd catch of the game. Kelly brings him down.
That's a nice job there by Vaughns. He's been the go-to guy. He's right here. He's going to run this route here and then come back out. Watch how this route develops. He gets in, he stops, then gets right back out. That ball's thrown on the money, on time. That's an easy first down by Luis Perez and Tyler Vaughns, who's been his best receiver so far. They got a nice little chemistry going.
Team high in targets the first 2 weeks, well on his way for that this week already.
Terrible, sit up.
Perez again to the air, over the middle, incomplete. Miscommunication there, it looks like, perhaps with Vaughns. Kelly batted it away.
Yeah, that time, look, you got to have some shoes that work. He slips out of the break. Tyler Bonds is right there, but he's not available to catch the ball because he slips. Coming out of that break, that ball was delivered on time.
Weak cat. Well, I mean, weak smoke, 2 roll, weak smoke.
Here we go, hook right, 52, wide spot, X.
So you hear smoke, what does that mean? That tells me as a former defender, they're going to bring a weak side pressure. They want to bring a weak side safety. So that safety's been lurking. Watch that safety. Let's see if Luis Perez can see it before the snap.
8th play of the drive coming here. They're going to bring some smoke.
He knows it. He sees it. He just located that safety right there in the box.
Perez with time, good protection over the middle, caught by Seth Green, taken down at the 38-yard line. Nice pickup there. Perez doing his job thus far. He's 4 of 6 at the moment.
See, he notices this guy right here. He notices that safety's coming. So where does he throw the ball? He knows the weak safety's coming, so here comes the blitz. Where does he throw the ball? In the void where the safety was supposed to be at. That's where the experience comes in for Luis Perez, knowing where the blitz is coming from and throwing to the vacated area.
Arlington 2 of 2 on 3rd downs, face another one now here on 3rd and 3, and they bring in the heavier package. Play action, Perez with time, airs it out down the field, and it's incomplete. Isaiah Winstead tried to haul it in, but could not.
They got the look that they wanted. You get into that 3rd and sort of medium, you have everybody up. They're thinking run, and that ball's there. He just needs a little bit more air on that one. And almost an outstanding catch by Winstead with Kelly in coverage.
4th and 3 now in no man's land, so they're going to go for it here.
Gotta go. Hey, that's not my football. Here we go. Here we go.
Empty set
here we go.
for Perez.
Hey, Larry.
Sending the protection to the left.
You know what to do?
What to do?
Terrible, sit up. Go, cut him.
Good cut there for a block. Over to the sideline. It is caught, but did he get both feet in bounds? No, incomplete. Tyler Vaughns could not get both feet in bounds. So DC will take over.
It's a nice hold by the defense.
All right, let's take one more look here, Kirk. What did you see?
It's just the missed opportunity. It was there, but just got to get both feet in bounds. Here come the defenders on offense.
Welcome back to Arlington, scoreless. 10 plays, no points for the Renegades on their first drive. 5:52 off the clock. Welcome inside Choctaw Stadium alongside Kirk Morrison. I'm George Sedano, Eric McLean, and Ian Fitzsimmons joining us in just a moment. And let's welcome in the 5th member of our team from the U.S. Army Command Center, Mike Pereira. Happy birthday, Mike Pereira.
There you go. Hey, my birthday present is being part of your team. I love this.
Yes, well, we are so happy to have you here, certainly. Mike, you've been doing this for so long, but in the first couple of weeks, obviously with different rules in this particular league, what's been new to even someone like yourself?
Well, I'll tell you, to me, the super challenge is fun. I mean, that's the one you have to be aware of because any play can be challenged at any time by a coach, even if it's not a reviewable category. That last play, for example, they hit on Perez. It's a low hit, but he was blocked. The defender was blocked out. Could have been challenged. I could have looked at it. I wouldn't have added it because he's blocked to the ground, reaches with the left arm, but had really Stoops wanted to challenge that, he could have. So I have to be like on top of every play all the time, expecting maybe a challenge.
So you got to send someone out for lunch for you, for sure, or breakfast this morning. You can't eat anything while you're watching this one, Mike.
I got a dozen donuts here. I'm good for the day.
Oh, you're fine then. You're good to go. All right, Mr. Pereira, thank you so much. Appreciate it.
You got it.
Mike Pereira at the U.S. Army Command Center. And we have an injured player on the field at the moment for D.C. It looks like Riley Moore, who made an incredible catch last week in the end zone for D.C. in their first victory of the season.
Unbelievable catch, too. And hopefully he's able to get up and return to this football game because they want to be a 12 personnel team. One back, 2 tight ends. He's a big, big emphasis. And you mentioned the big play last week in the red zone. He goes 6'4", 250, but plays even bigger.
Walking off on his own power, always a good sign. And Jordan Ta'amu, the reigning XFL Offensive Player of the Year, takes the field. Cam Harris Sr., tailback, formerly from the University of Miami.
Here we go, here we go.
On 2nd and 14, after the loss on the
Second
play.
set. Ready. Set, go.
Ta'amu hands it off to Harris on the left side. He's got room to run. Lowers his shoulder and gets back near the original line of scrimmage. Let's check in with Ian Fitzsimmons.
George, as far as wagering goes on ESPN bet, I liked Arlington to start this game -2.5. It opened at 1, steamed to 2.5. Total to go over 43. And check that live line right now on ESPN bet. You might even get better value.
Thank you, Fitzy. And of course, download ESPN bet to your smart device. 3rd and 10 for Ta'amu. With time. Pump fakes. Uh-oh. Now he's in trouble, scrambling to the sideline. Found a man, caught in Arlington territory. Kelvin Harmon for a big pickup there and a first down for the DC defenders. 25-yard gain.
It's all about staying alive, and that's what Jordan Ta'amu does. He gets the fake in there and realizes I don't have anywhere to go. Gets out of the pocket, keeps going, and finds an open receiver down the field. And that's how you do it to Harmon for a first down.
They rush to the line of scrimmage. Quick play action to the boundary, incomplete again for Harmon. A little wide of the mark on that one.
And that's some of the experience that Jordan Ta'amu has. He's been playing spring football for a while. He's been in some NFL camps, but he has experience, he has leadership. And it's those types of plays where he never feels like he has to hurry up. Never feels like, oh my God, I got to get. No. Calm down, relax, find the open guy.
219.5 passing yards per game through 2 games. That's his average, 4th in the UFL amongst quarterbacks. 2nd and 10.
Ready. Set, go.
Ta'amu. Here comes the pressure. In trouble. Swallowed up in the backfield. Let's check in with the Renegades DC.
Here we go. Hey, let's go. Rush. Read Tom, 52 deuce. Rush. Read Tom, 52 deuce. 52 deuce.
Yeah, 52 deuce. When you hear that 2, that's cover 2. So now you may have 5 guys under, 2 guys deep, so you get a little press man underneath, but you still got the 2 high safeties. And that tells you what, the defensive line, they can go rush. They don't have to worry about it because you've got some guys in that safety position that can help you out.
11-yard loss on the play. Play action for Ta'amu, in trouble again. Throws it up for the screen. Harris with a nifty grab there, making some guys miss. Lowers the shoulder and just gets past the original line of scrimmage. So in plus territory for the defenders, but it'll be a 4th and 9 upcoming, and the punt unit is coming out.
It looks like they may bring out.
Oh, they may try a long. No. Oh, wait. They might try a long.
They may go field goal here.
Yeah, McCrane.
And we've seen this in the UFL, the early weeks. 50-yard field goals, these coaches are not afraid to go out and let it fly.
54-yard attempt. Bad snap. The kick is up. It is good. Wow. What a job there by the special teams unit. A bad snap, and McCrane kicks it through. DC taking it early. 3-0 lead.
You get the low snap, you got to find a way to get it down. And McCrane, laser focus. He hits that thing like he's on the 18 at the Masters.
The United Football League.
This is the UFL.
Players are going to play hard-nosed, intense football, passionate football.
Do not let up. Gotta get on the ball. Set the tempo. Let's go.
Rule changes, innovation.
Trips left, 3 downs.
Touchdown. Every possess. 1, 2, 3.
Every play matters.
They're going to ball out.
Wow. Let's go, bro.
Every moment is a moment for greatness.
Week 3 of the UFL continues Sunday on ABC and ESPN+.
The UFL is brought to you by Subaru. Love it. What makes a Subaru a Subaru. And Simply Spiked, the official spiked beverage of the UFL. Try new Simply Spiked Limeade today. Celebrate responsibly. Simply Spiked Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Hey, George, so 5:55 to go here in the game. Defenders lead the Renegades 3-0, and this is an iconic stadium where a lot of things have happened, from rock star concerts like Billy Joel to ALCS games and back-to-back World Series with the Texas Rangers. Hell, they had a rugby game here just last night. Choctaw Stadium is a remarkable venue with so many memories. As a matter of fact, you go right to that center field right there above the batter's eye. That's where Nolan Ryan, before the first pitch of the ALCS Rangers against the Yankees, actually said, you know what? How about a shot of tequila before we head off to the World Series? Can't make it up.
You can't, Fitzy, that's for sure. You mentioned it. This place has had a lot of great stuff happen in it. The 1995 MLB All-Star Game, World Series in back-to-back seasons, 2010 and 2011. And, of course, a capacity of 25,000 here for football. They had over 14,000 last week. And the kickoff to Manigault. Gets it inside his 15. Finds a hole now, kicking it to the outside. He's got room to run, trying to shake and bake, and continues moving forward and out of bounds near the 45-yard line to the 46. Excellent starting field position after a 33-yard return for the Renegades.
Yeah, he's got a lot of space. It just hits that hole. It's all return left. You get to the outside, see if they got contained. If it's not contained, get what you can. And now you're starting off 46-yard line. See if Luis Perez and this offense tries to take a shot downfield in his first play.
Indy 3.
They had 10 plays on their last drive, came up empty on a 4th down play. Letty Brown checks in for the first time. A little more shiftier back for them. Very athletic.
Terrible, sit up.
Quick toss to the outside to Canella, and he stood up for a 1-yard loss. There was a miscommunication on Arlington's last drive. They're going to try to remedy some of that.
No, that's the one where he said flip 36, and that's Lindsey's play. So I said, oh, what the heck? That's not my play. So, coach.
So there you have it. Perez and company trying to get on the same page. 2nd and 11. Perez over the middle, finds his man, caught and complete near the sticks. They'll be shy by about 2 yards to Tyler Bonds. His 4th catch. Check that, his 5th catch of the game.
Yeah, he's already been very involved in this game early on. And so Tyler Bonds, to me, he's going to need double coverage at some point. He has to be the guy that the defenders keep an eye on. And here's 3rd and short. How do they handle this 3rd and short? Remember last time, play action pass, almost had the shot for a big play down near the goal line. What do they do here on a 3rd and medium, 3rd and short?
Lindsey Scott has checked in at quarterback. They rotate the 2 quarterbacks on potential running plays. Scott will keep it. He'll pick up the 1st down, bowling over a defender as he picks up a gain of 5 on the play. Drew Samia with a big block here for the Big Uglies up front.
Yeah, I know Emac, he loves to see this. Drew Samia, that right guard, that right tackle, they both get 2 pullers out in front. You give Lindsey Scott just enough space, and they want to get him more involved. They said, look, we're not getting him enough plays. So we should see 8 to 10 plays from Lindsey Scott, who's the backup behind Luis Perez.
Guys, that's exactly right what you just said there, Kirk. And we actually heard that they kind of copied this from DC as they gets another reception. They wanted a more athletic quarterback to bring in and to have some change of momentum plays like you just saw.
An 11-yard gain there, Emac. I know you're getting lathered up out there. I mean, it's hot too, but you saw that block by that big dude out there. I know you had to get all fired up.
Hey, listen, I was already hot and sweaty. That gets me even more excited. Big guys running like that.
Emac though he's got it going on. He's got the hat, he's got the shades, he's got it going down there.
My guy got me taken care of. Best believe that.
A 1st down there for Perez and company.
Terrible, sit up.
A run for Letty Brown up the middle, trying to push the pile. Picks up 2, maybe 3.
Well, they need to get off to a fast start. They haven't had a chance to get those early points. Only 3 points in the first 2 games in the first quarter. So they want to get a touchdown. They want to get more points. See if they be a little more aggressive here on this series.
Terrible, sit up. Hey, here we go. Hey. 62. 62, 62, here we go. Hey, I look at the corner, here we go. Turbo, sit up.
Perez scrambling, dumps it off quickly to Letty Brown, down to the 22.
11,
Let's listen
Lindsay.
in to Chuck Long, the
Let's
offensive coordinator
go.
for Arlington.
Flip 3-3, flip 33.
So he's going to the wristband, flip 3-3. With Lindsey Scott in at the quarterback. So new quarterback, flip 3-3. That's on the wristband.
Lindsey Scott from Incarnate Word threw 60 touchdowns his last season there. So don't think he's just a runner, as we saw him throw for a first down earlier. Scott with the keeper. Pulleys his way down to the 20-yard line, and should be enough for a first down. Yes, sir?
Yeah. Antennas are always up when Lindsey Scott's in the game. He is I guess you could call him the more athletic quarterback, a guy that you're going to put the ball in his hands and let him find and pick a hole. So they're going to be in and out. You got to watch, know who's that quarterback. If you're a defender, who's in that quarterback? Is it 10? Is it 12? Different plays for different quarterbacks.
And 12 back in, Luis Perez. Everyone knows about him learning the game via YouTube. He gave us some great details, which we'll explain later.
No, go back. Not
in
yet,
regards to his studying of the quarterback position.
Come on.
8th play of the drive.
Turbo, sit up.
And a pop pass here for Arlington. Trying to round the corner, cannot turn the corner. It's Manigo. Conley with the tackle. Luis Perez spent some time with the Los Angeles Rams, a team you're very familiar with, Kirk Morrison.
Yeah, being on their radio broadcast team, and he was in that training camp with the Rams. Jared Goff was the starter, and Sean McVay in his second season as the head coach of the Rams. Zach Taylor was the offensive coordinator. They went on to the Super Bowl that year. But Luis Perez spent time in camp with them, learned a lot from Sean McVay and Zach Taylor, who's now the head coach with the Cincinnati Bengals.
Lenny Brown hit near the line of scrimmage by Bellamy, first on the scene. Short gain of maybe 1.
I love these defenders right now. These DC defenders, they've given up some plays, but when they get into this red zone, this fringe of the red zone, they tend to stiffen up a little bit, right? They've given up the big plays, but you can't get all the way down inside the 10, inside the 5. And that's a good job by Greg Williams' group of keeping things nice and tight inside the red zone.
That'll do it for 1 quarter. DC with an early lead, 3-0 here in Arlington. Arlington looking to get on the board as the fans are rocking and rolling here at Choctaw. UFL Week 3 continues tonight with the Showboats taking on the Stallions. That game starts at 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific on Fox. Tomorrow, the Panthers and Roughnecks kick off at noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific on ABC, followed by the Battlehawks and Brahmas at 3 Eastern. Those games can also be seen on ESPN+. Here are the UFL standings at the moment. In the XFL division, we've got a rematch of last year's championship, and Arlington trying to get on the board, both literally here on this drive and in the win column as well, Kirk.
How about those Brahmas of San Antonio? Wade Phillips' bunch trying to go 3-0.
They've been balling out for sure.
Yes, indeed.
Arlington has 11 minutes and 47 seconds of time of possession at the moment here on 3rd and 9.
Hey, Aspen, here we go.
But they have not been able to capitalize. Perez floats one to the end zone. Touchdown! Tyler Bonds, his 6th catch of the game, and this one counts for 6. "19-yard score for Arlington."
And that's all you can do is shake your head. If you're Gary and Conley, you saying, I've got great coverage on Tyler Bonds. But sometimes great coverage doesn't, you can't worry about the throw. The throw is what it is. You have great coverage, but it was an amazing throw from Luis Perez to the backside. Tyler Bonds goes up and gets it, and that's Tyler Bonds making a play. Is that 7 catches already to start this game?
And the conversion here for 2 points. You can go for 1 from the 2, 2 from the 5, 3 from the 10. Lindsey Scott in there, and he's wrapped up. So no conversion, a failed attempt there. Joe Wallace took down Lindsey Scott, but Tyler Bonds gets 6 points on the board. His 6th catch, 68 yards today for Vaughn.
It was just a great catch, but an even better throw. And Gary Conley, he's right there. He is right there in the hip pocket of Tyler Vaughn, but the throw just a little bit underthrown, and Vaughn's able to adjust. Saw him make so many of those plays while he was at USC. He's had some time in the NFL a little bit, trying to get his way back there, but man, an outstanding play. One of the better receivers here in the UFL making a big play. Big touchdown for the Renegades.
10-play drive, 54 yards, 6 minutes off the clock, and the 19-yard touchdown pass from Perez to Vaughn.
Oh, that's I feel for Connolly, man. he's right there in the hip pocket. Great defense, but an even better throw.
About Perez, we touched on it briefly earlier. You know, a lot of people know that he learned the game on YouTube. He gave us the intricacies of that. He didn't know how to hold the ball.
Right.
He didn't know arm positioning. He didn't know footwork. I mean, there was a lot there he didn't know, Emac, right?
Well, the interesting thing, George, too, about that learning that and understanding, and I'm right here in the end zone, saw that he checked to that. He put his hand down to his pocket and said, hey, that's single high. This is who I'm throwing it to. And as you guys said, a perfect pass. It's undefendable when you throw it that way.
Chris Rowland runs it back near the 40-yard line.
Undefendable by a defender. I like that.
Yeah. But he told us, like, he showed us on we did a Zoom call with him earlier this week, where he's like, you got to hold the ball like a C, not like a U when you throw it. Regarding his arm positioning, he talked about doing drills with buckets.
Yeah.
I mean, for his footwork, it was pretty intensive what he told us, and an incredible detail what he gave us.
I'm not a quarterback, but I felt like a quarterback in his tutorial. Remember finishing on the top shelf with the arm angle?
Yeah.
So that's one thing I'm taking now. I'm looking at these quarterbacks as they throw. Where is the finish? And Luis Perez gave us a nice tutorial all week long.
Cam Harris with the carry here, makes a man miss in the backfield, gets a full head of steam as he picks up a couple of yards. Let's check in with the DC OC, Fred Keiss.
Empty left, empty left.
52, all go.
52,
X under.
all go, X
52, all go, X under.
Empty left, 52, all go, X under. Empty left.
Empty. So now there's a lot of stress on the defense here, because you've got 5 verticals possible.
Ready.
And right now, only a safety in the middle of the field.
Ta'amu empty backfield. Pressure coming. Hit while he throws. Incomplete, intended for Kelvin Harmon. Ta'amu took a huge hit there.
Well, when you're in empty formation, you have to know that if they bring one extra, you don't have enough. The offensive line, it's only 5 of them. So if they bring a 6th guy, you don't have enough. So that ball has to be thrown. The offensive line doesn't pick it up, and that ball has to be thrown a little bit quicker. But Ta'amu thought it was going to be picked up. They've got 5. You've got 5. It was not picked up. That was an errant throw because he had to hurry it.
Markel Lee with the hit on Ta'amu. Donald Payne in coverage. 3rd and 8 for Ta'amu. Pocket collapsing. He rolls out. He's going to tuck it and run. And he's going to be just shy of the first down by about a yard. 4th and short coming up as Lalil ran up on him.
I mean, it's a decision that they'll make quickly. They're just going to punt the football.
Fred Keiss with some words as they're going to punt. Wow, that's the decision Keiss decided to go with. A little surprised, are you?
No, not surprised. If they're across the 50-yard line, I think Reggie Barlow would have probably went for it here, but your defense is playing well. I know they gave him a touchdown in the last series, but try to punt him, knock him inside the 20-yard line, hopefully.
Paxton Brooks, low snap, fields it. Manigo awaiting for it. Will field it. Nope, we'll let it bounce into the end zone. Touchback, 52-yard punt, no return. Arlington strikes back, takes a 3-point lead, looking to tack on some more.
Amin Fitzsimmons here, and Arlington leads DC 6-3, 13:06 to go in the second quarter. It is an honor to have the U.S. Army as a proud sponsor and comrade here in the UFL, and I'm here with Sergeant Fallon Lewis from Durant, Oklahoma. It is an honor to be here with your men and women in arms for the U.S. Army. First of all, can you describe exactly what you do for the U.S. Army?
I am a chemical, biological, radiological, nuclear specialist. Essentially, I teach soldiers on how to protect against that and my equipment.
Okay, so basically you're a hell of a lot smarter than I am. You have more degrees than I have letters in my name. What made you enlist and go and join the U.S. Army?
I was about 19 years old, so I wanted to, essentially the benefits, right? I get college, and then also I wanted to see the world. And so far, my reasons have changed. I love to train soldiers and lead them.
I just want to hug you right now. And you're a Choctaw Nation. You're at Choctaw Stadium. You remember the Choctaw tribe. What does that mean to you to be here?
I take pride in my tribe. I'm very grateful to be here, and that they recognize that, you know, the Choctaw is a big thing, and I'm grateful for all the opportunities they've given me.
God bless you for your service, and all of you, men and women. U.S. Army, hey, can't beat them.
No question, Fitzy, and thanks to all the servicemen and women all around the world that help protect this great country of ours. Day-Day Hunter was in the backfield. He picked up a couple of yards for Arlington. Running back from Liberty. Now Devion Smith is back in the backfield. On 2nd and 6, Smith pushing forward. And he's going to be about 2.5 yards shy of the first down. Let's go downstairs, and EMAC is with Greg Williams, the defensive coordinator for the DC
Coach,
Defenders.
number 8 is giving you all kinds of fits here. Obviously a great player. What kind of things can you do to defend that?
It's a good thing here, and we'll trick some doubles. We forced it away from him a couple times with doubles. Okay, and the last one will obviously cover 0, and they were able to get it out of his hands. Okay, and it was a contested play, and it was a very good catch by his part. But you'll see some rolled coverage, and you'll also see some doubles going his way.
Appreciate you, Coach.
Devion Smith will pick up the first down as he burrows forward to the 36-yard line.
You love the patience of Devion Smith. Remember, out of Michigan, and it's like kind of a, was it hopscotch? Have you ever played hopscotch back in grade school?
I mean, back in the day.
Yeah, back in the day. Devion Smith putting his best hopscotch move together as he dances through the hole and gets enough for a first down.
8 rushes, or 9 rushes now by 5 different players for Arlington thus far today.
Yeah, they're
spreading the ball around to people.
Spreading the wealth. You can't focus on one guy. You love the way that everybody's getting a touch. That's the old adage. If you dress, you're going to play and you're going to be involved.
And now 6 of 7 on 3rd downs as they pick up that first down. Fake the trick play all day to throw. Dangerous pass there, incomplete. Francis Bernard got some hands on it. Let's hear from Chuck Long now, the offensive coordinator.
11 Zay with hash left. 11 Zay, wristband 1-5, 15.
Probably 51, F choice, nod, X comeback. Also ready? Gotta go. Gotta go.
Gotta go.
There you go. 2nd and 10. Some confusion on the DC side defensively, it looks like. Perez, empty backfield. Perez, quick toss over the middle. Finds Deontay Burnett on a slant for a first down. 8 first downs now for Arlington.
It's just been the USC connection so far. Tyler Vaughn's a former USC receiver. Also Deontay Burnett at USC as well. And if you're going to give me the inside on a man-to-man play, that's an easy throw for Luis Perez and an easy pickup for Burnett.
Great hands there by Burnett. Great hands by our stats man, Matt Siegel, who caught all our paperwork that flew on that gust of wind that blew through the booth here. Perez hands it off to Devion Smith on the left side. Smith gets wrangled down after a 1-yard gain by T.J. Barnes. Big T.J. Barnes, who used to be on the other side. He used to be an Arlington Renegade last year.
Yeah, Barnes is one of the older guys in this league, 33 years of age. Still, he says he's still got a lot in the tank. He says he shows that, hey, look, I still got opportunities left, and as long as I'm able to play at a high level, he's been one of the reasons that Arlington talked about it all week, that DC has some big boys up front. TJ goes 345. That's what he's listed. I don't know if he's 345 today. He's a immovable object sometimes in the middle of that defense.
He was over 400 at one point, and he's been able to trim down there and get himself back into playing shape, and that looks like a false start for Arlington. Might be Adrian Ely.
We had a false start on number 59, so we're going to go with that. Okay. Gotcha.
There are 2 fouls on the play, delay game, offense, penalties decline, false start. Offense, number 59. 5-yard penalty, second down.
Hey, triple right, 63.
Stuart Mullins,
wide sail.
our lead official today.
Take the ball, JP. Check out.
I just love Luis Perez's communication. You hear everything. You got the wide sail. Who's going to take the ball, meaning that the other two receivers get back off the ball. You have one guy say, I'm the designated player on the line of scrimmage. You watch the tight end who's in the slot.
2nd and 14. Perez, high snap, corrals it, steps up in the pocket, avoids another defender, and throws a dangerous pass there. Burnett able to basically bat it down as he tried to reach for it. Thankfully did not bounce into a DC defender's player's hands.
And that's the second missed opportunity for DC on this drive. Bernard dropped what should have been an interception. And then this one was a ball batted in the air that also could have been picked off. So DC's had some opportunities. They just haven't been able to go out and grab one and get it back to their offense.
3rd and 14. We've seen Arlington convert a 3rd and 16 earlier in this game. 8th play coming up here on this drive.
Here we go. Terrible, sit up.
Another high snap. Perez sidearms one, and a trick play as they lateral it to Davion Smith. And Smith dragging defenders down to the 35-yard lines. Tyler Vaughns with the catch, the flip to Smith. A lot of razzle-dazzle and a big gain for Arlington, a 22-yard gain.
See, all of these defenders, they're all lined up 14, 15 yards deep. So when the ball is thrown, they all converge. So everybody converged on the ball, and no one had leverage to the outside where Smith was able to get that ball. An outstanding job by Smith seeing it and getting the first down.
Yeah, baby!
Tricky Bob Stoops and Chuck Long there. Smith pushing the pile.
And expecting the unexpected. That's what it's been the first couple weeks of the UFL. And as a defender, that's hard because you know that they need 15 yards for a first down. So what do? Everyone's converging on the ball carrier. But once you get there, he throws it to the outside. Yeah, that's a little bit different. So now you got to go rally and go get a guy down. So that's part of the UFL. You always have to be on your toes, making sure that every part of this field is covered.
Luka Doncic would have loved that pass from Tyler Vaughns.
Absolutely.
To Davion Smith. 7-yard gain there. Smith lowering his shoulder, picks up the first down. Check that Letty Brown. Here's Bob Stoops.
It's fun talking to Bob Stoops this week because his team's 0-2, but yet they still feel like they're one of the best teams in the UFL this year. They just haven't had the execution that's needed, especially the late game execution. Had an opportunity last week, couldn't get it done. This at 0-2, they still feel like they're the best team in the UFL.
And a flag on the play.
65. False start, number 65 offense. Good.
Full start. Offense, number 65. 5-yard penalty, first down.
Marcus Minor with the infraction. Pitt Panther. Shout out to my guy Scott Kaplan, who's a Pitt Panther. And of course our guy Louis Riddick as well at ESPN. Yeah. I'm sure they're not thrilled about that infraction though.
No, 5 yards back, and look, here's Luis Perez. How do you get back on track, right? 1st and 15, you can't get it all on one play.
Here we go.
But seeing where he goes with this football.
Here we go.
On first down.
On turbo, here we go. Turbo, sit up.
Letty Brown in the backfield. Play action to Letty Brown on the screens. He makes a man miss and then wrapped up after a modest gain. This year's NFL Draft is in Detroit from April 25th to the 27th. We'll have every pick on ESPN, along with expert analysis. It's also available on the NFL Network. As always, ABC's coverage will focus on each prospect's journey to the draft. George Sedano, Kirk Morrison, Eric McLean, Ian Fitzsimmons with you here.
So we just know that Caleb Williams will be that first pick, right, on April 25th.
I believe so.
That's what we believe, so.
I mean, I've seen a lot of Caleb Williams. I've called some Caleb Williams games on ESPN Radio. I've seen plenty of them in LA. 12th play coming here on this drive. The question will begin is who's two, in my opinion. Handoff up the middle. Davion Smith getting stood up after a nice gain there. 5 minutes to go in the second quarter. Third down upcoming. Let's check in with the OC, Chuck Long.
All right, let's go 11. 11. Bunch right tight, 63 Hawkeye. Bunch right tight, 63 Hawkeye.
Here we go. Hey, let's go. Come on. Let's go.
Hey, so if you're DC, that bunch right, that tight, it's all about communication. DC has to communicate with this bunch to the bottom.
Arlington with more than 3 times as many plays as DC on offense at the moment. Over 20 minutes of time of possession. They have controlled the pace of this game. 3rd and 4. Oh, wide open! Touchdown! Javonte Payton! That was an easy pitch and catch. The easiest throw that Perez has thrown all day. A 17-yard strike to Payton.
George, I can tell you this, man. One of the hardest and the toughest things to do is distribution in bunch formations. That's why I circled it right before the play. When you get into that bunch, the communication on the defense has to be know who's going out, who's going in, and who's going to stay up top. The miscommunication, and you get a wide open, easy touchdown.
13 plays, 75 yards, 8:47 off the clock. Lindsey Scott in there now. Scott in trouble. Pushes a defender down. He's going to run for it. He's going to dive to the pylon. Is he in? Yes, sir! A 2-point conversion. Malik Fisher tried to get there, but he couldn't. And Arlington, an 11-point lead here in the first half.
It's all about the Lindsey Scott show. He's in the game for a reason. If it's not there, go make a play. Lindsey with the stretch for 2.
Yeah! The UFL is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. The right call to protect your home and car. Visit progressive.com. The Arlington Renegades have an 11-point lead. Luis Perez and company in control. He's with Fitzy.
Thank you, George. And look, we're watching video of that community event last night where you're playing hoops and bowling and whatnot. How young were you when you knew that you hated to lose a coin toss?
It was early, man. It was early. I don't like losing, man. I think I hate losing more than I like winning. It's a horrible feeling. But you know what? You learn to learn from that, right? You never really lose. You learn. So that's kind of my motto.
All right, take us to that last play. The look you got, what'd you see, and how'd you deliver?
Yeah, so they were playing man. We were in a bunch. They pressed the point, and then they in and out the outside too. There was a miscommunication, and JP came open.
If I gave anybody in our broadcast crew 100 pins in a game of bowling, would you still beat them?
Absolutely.
There you go, boys.
Fitzy, he could give me 200 and he'd beat me. That's for sure. I'm a terrible bowler. Kick here to Chris Rowland. Rowland down the sideline, taken down near the 45-yard line. Good starting field position for the DC defenders, and boy, do they need it, Kirk.
Yeah, they need to play. They need to get something, some type of spark, get this offense going. Jordan Ta'amu may have to use his legs a little bit. Right now, you're telling your team, hey, guys, especially on offense, we just got to put together perfect plays. Let's put a drive together. Let's put points on the board, especially before we go in at half.
DC's supposed to be the team with the most disruptive defense. It's been Arlington who's disrupted DC's offense.
Well, look, when you think about the way things ended last year, Arlington has something to prove, and DC has to get up to their, I think right now, the stamina that they're playing with, they don't have yet.
Flag on the play. Darius Hagens runs it out of bounds near
offense,
midfield.
Number 77, takedown.
Holding offense, 77. Got it.
Holding. Offense, number 77. 10-yard penalty, first down.
James Madison.
That's not going to help you. Okay, so 77 right here. He's going to be the victim of this. Well, not the victim. He's the aggressor. And Fornadell, you got to watch him. Gets all the way around, and it's a hook and sort of a takedown. I know UFC 300 is tonight, but you can't be UFC on the field today in the UFL. They're called that one right there in front of the eyes of the official.
I'll have a Pereira Hill, Gaethje, Holloway preview for you later. Play action for Ta'amu. Fires to the right side, and it's caught and complete there by Rowland. And Rowland picks up a big chunk of change there. Gets on the other side of the field in Arlington territory to the 39-yard line. A 26-yard gain.
Red, stop
and maybe
pump.
that's the play. They get him going.
Stop pump.
Fred Keiss.
They're going to try to go take a shot at the end zone here.
That was the longest play of the day for DC on offense.
Set, go.
To Amu. Pump fake. Wants it all. Too short for his man. Incomplete, intended for Vincent Smith. His first action this season was dealing with a hammy earlier this year.
I think in Tahamu realized that he has to put that ball with a little more air and more toward the sideline. We got some wind here. The wind on the field may have had something to do with that pass being kind of flat at the end. That ball, if it's thrown more to the outside, would have given him a better opportunity for Smith to haul that one in.
They were the #1 offense last year in the XFL, but a lot of new guys in the receiving corps, Kirk. Flag on the play.
No players on offense. 5-yard penalty. Second down.
Third DC penalty of the day.
Sure.
What was that penalty, Mike? Because they never huddled. And it was 12 guys. How did they call that penalty when they don't huddle?
Mike Pereira, the U.S. Army Command Center.
They didn't count in the huddle when they were in formation. If they're in formation with 12 players, then you shut it down at that point, and that's what they did.
Thanks, Mike. Thank you, Mike, from our U.S. Army Command Center. Complete there to Ty Scott. Scott with a touchdown last week. Let's listen into the quarterback Jordan Ta'amu after that 9-yard gain.
Sonic. Straight right, Sonic, 15 Denver. Sonic, 15 Denver.
Sonic, 15 Denver, run to the left. 15 Denver, if it's there.
Here we go.
3rd and 6, Hagen's in the backfield with Ta'amu.
D-Route. Take go.
Hagens flexes out. Ta'amu with a huge hole up the middle. And he slides down near the 15-yard line. They'll have him down at the 17 where his slide began.
And that's a called run. That was 15 Denver. So you know it was a called run. He doesn't take one hesitation. As soon as he got that snap, he's going north and south. And it parted like the Red Sea right in the middle. He goes right north and south and gets the yards that are needed for a first down.
17-yard game for Ta'amu. They're going to huddle up here as we've got the 2-minute warning. Arlington in control, but DC saying maybe not for so long. A massive UFC event, UFC 300 in Las Vegas, highlighted by 2 title fights and some of the best fighters in the UFC. The main card begins at 10 Eastern, 7 Pacific on pay-per-view, with prelims starting at 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific on ESPN. And to order the main card in English and Spanish, go to espnplus.com/PPV. Pereira and Hill, the light heavyweight championship. Pereira -135 favorite there on ESPN Bet. Justin Gaethje a -155 favorite against Max Holloway for the BMF title. I kind of like the underdogs in this one. I got to be honest.
I do. And a little Reggie Northrup right there. He's actually a UFC fighter as well, playing in today's game, number 5.
Yeah.
The linebacker for the DC Defenders.
Ta'amu tucks it, runs, pushing forward near the 10-yard line. A nice gain there of 8 yards. And the lines on this game, of course, and you can go to ESPN Bet. It opened at -1 for Arlington, then got up to 2.5.
52.
And now it's at -6.5 for Arlington is the live number. 44.5 is the over-under. You could have gotten 43.5 to start the game. 2nd and 2 for Ta'amu.
Ready. Take go.
Empty backfield. Ta'amu fires, finds his man. It's caught, and he walks into the end zone for a touchdown. Chris Rowland, his first touchdown of the season. A 10-yard pitch and catch for the defenders, and Arlington has dominated this game from a time of possession standpoint, but DC is right back in it.
Well, you had a running back or a wide receiver line up at running back and motion out. That was Rowland. That was the one-on-one that he needed. So you got the one-on-one with the wide receiver on a linebacker. That's stealing. That's easy. That's what the motion did, and that's a great play call. Outstanding job of putting a wide receiver at running back, motion him out. He's on a linebacker, and that's an easy throw, a little whip route for a touchdown.
A 2-point conversion attempt here for DC. Ta'amu fires. It is caught. No, they're going to say incomplete. It was intended for Brandon Smith, the former Iowa product.
You're good.
He had it in his breadbasket, but could not haul it in. That drive, 6 plays, 55 yards, 3 minutes and 7 seconds off the clock.
That throw is right there. It's on the money. He just got to hold on to it. A nice job there at the end by 22, Jamal Carter, of just fighting through to the whistle and breaking that play up.
So we have a 5-point game as we're getting closer to halftime. Let's go to EMAC with Jordan Ta'amu.
Jordan, the things that you just saw right there, able to execute, quarterback run, getting the ball out quick, was that things that you saw on the iPad? Was that coach dialing things up? How was that drive different?
It was just game plan all week. You know, we knew they were going to run out with the running back, and they're going to leave a 4-man box and leave me on match, so go get the first down and keep the drive going.
What about when you're the quarterback as a runner? You're such a weapon. Is that something that you take personal wanting to do for your team?
Yes, I mean, if we open up the run game, I think that open up the pass, and that just gives them another thing to worry about. You know, my feet and the ability to do when we're backed up.
Appreciate your time.
Sure, thank you.
Thanks, EMAC. Kickoff here for Matthew McCrane. Manigo set to receive. Will haul it in at his 10. Manigo trying to escape and taken down, wrestled down near the 20-yard line by Ty Scott.
Sometimes you got to be a little sneaky, and so I want you to look at right here. This is Chris Rowe. He's a wide receiver. He's going to motion out, and he lines up right here. Well, when he motions out, a wide receiver lined up at running back motions out, the linebacker, number 18, Donald Payne, has him in coverage. If I'm Jordan Ta'amu, I know where I'm going with the football. It's an easy route, and it's a pitch and catch for a touchdown. The DC defenders be a little sneaky there, George, on that last touchdown play.
Hey, man, you got to do what you got to do to score. Sneaky or not, it worked.
Well, if that was me at the linebacker, I'd have let it yell at everybody, hey, help, help, help.
Letty Brown in the backfield as Perez hands it off to him on a delay. And Brown will pick up the first down. Nice draw play there on a delayed draw. 14-yard gain. Let's listen in on the play call from Chuck Long.
53.
Yep.
53. Flat.
Don't want to use it on the first. Nope.
Here we go.
Ball on the 34.
Mug showing 0.
Here we go. Righty. Let's go. Righty. Here we go. Terrible. Sit up.
Perez dumps it down to Canelo. Tries to escape, but cannot. He'll lose yardage on the play. Bellamy with an excellent tackle there.
He'll get a timeout on that play. And I think the communication there is sometimes if it's not there, maybe throw that ball away, dirt it in the ground, keep the clock stopped without having to waste a timeout.
Sunday is the final day of the NBA regular season with all 30 teams playing at either 1 Eastern or 3:30 Eastern. Our games have huge playoff implications. First, the Knicks will host the Bulls. Then the Lakers take on the Pelicans afterwards. Coverage tips off with NBA Countdown, Malika and company at 12:30 Eastern.
I ask you, George Sedano, who is your NBA MVP? I ask you, George Sedano.
To me, it's a toss-up between Nikola Jokic and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Wow. No love for Brunson? No love for Jalen Brown?
No, he's not even in my top
five.
Luka,
what are we doing?
Luka's in my top 5, Ram.
All right, Shannon Sharp will let that slide. It's in the top 5.
Yeah, he's in my top 5. If Fitzy wants Luka, I know he's a Dallas guy, but listen, I don't have a vote. I don't want to vote for those awards. Pressure coming. Perez gets rid of it smartly there. Third down upcoming. I don't want to vote on those awards.
Right.
Because I mean, I could ask for one if I wanted to, I'm sure. But I don't because there's so many financial things tied to these awards now. I don't want to be involved in that. But I'll tell you, I just told you, Jokic or Shai. Those are my guys. A toss-up between those two guys.
What you got, Fitzy?
Come on, George. I mean, look what Luka's doing statistically. You knew where I was going to go with that.
But they're the
Fitzy. Wimby as Defensive Player of the Year. I mean, look at his stats between he and Gobert. Gobert. It ain't even close, man.
Well,
watch the games. Wemby's your defensive player of the year.
3rd and 12. He's going to win a bunch of those. I don't know if it'll be this year. It looks like his countryman Gobert will win it. Screen to Canelo, who breaks some tackles, stays on his feet, going down the sidelines, and taken down in plus territory near the 35-yard line. What a run there by Sal Canella, the Auburn product.
You got to make tackles. You can't relax. You got to make tackles. He's along the sideline and just making guys miss. You loved Canella. Had a big play last year in the XFL championship game, and now another big play right here before the half.
32-yard gain, ball on the 36-yard line of DC. 22 seconds on the clock.
Terrible, sit up.
Perez steps up, dumps it down to Letty Brown, who takes a big hit. And Arlington will have to call another timeout here after the short game. DeAndre Baker with the hit on Brown. And some extracurricular activity there as well on the field.
Yeah, we said it, man. This a little big hit at the end. Baker on that tackle.
Oh, okay. He didn't like it because he put his hand on his face mask to get up, and then Baker held his leg.
Well, you got to watch how you get up too. If you're the defender, you're on the ground. Don't use me as leverage. You get up, and that's Baker. I understand. You can't do that to a defender. He's going to push back.
How many of those did you have to settle on the field?
A lot of those. And especially you don't do it in front of my own bench over there, too.
Yeah.
You see all my guys are standing right there. They'll let that referee.
But, you know, back in the day, Emac would have ran over on the other side to take care of Letty in that situation, right, Emac?
Hey, no question about it. I'm sprinting over there with bad intentions.
You got to protect your player, protect your own. And so, good job by the officials not letting that thing escalate.
Arlington offense averaging 275 total yards this season. They're at 216 today already and counting. Burnett in motion. 2nd and 8. Perez with time. Off his back foot. Dangerous pass. Almost intercepted. Santos Ramirez got some hands on it, but couldn't haul it in.
You said almost. Should have been intercepted. That should have been an interception. That should be going the opposite way. Ramirez has his hands on that. That's a missed opportunity for DC.
Emac, what do you got?
Kirk, what do you do in this situation, man? That's 3 drop picks for this defense. What are you telling the guys at halftime? Because that's game-changing stuff.
I'm telling them to go switch your gloves up or take them off because they're not working. They're not working. How Nick Saban said, it's not working, so don't ask me. Take the gloves off, do something. But that's 3 opportunities for this defense that could have gotten off the field.
3rd down here. A pitch to Brown. Brown will pick up the first down, but a flag on the play.
Holding offense number 65.
All right,
Grab and restrict at the POA. Taking a step away from the defender.
That would be 4th down, or is that a 1st down?
No, it is a 1st down.
All right, so they want that, obviously.
Holding. Offense, number 65. 10-yard penalty, 3rd down.
So you get the holding, back them up 10 yards. And now you're out of field goal range, too, if you're Arlington. So that's a double whammy on that play.
And there's only 4 seconds left.
Now, the UFL kickers have been elite these first couple weeks.
Yep.
And does Bob Stoops run a kicker out here? Because this is the last play of the draft. I mean, the last play of the first half. Do they dare kick a field goal?
Fitzy, what do you got?
Now, the wind is swirling down here. No shot on a field goal attempt, guys.
Okay.
I tried to create drama, Fitzy, and you just killed my drama.
3rd and 18. Hey, listen, that's what he's down there for.
I know, Fitzy. I was hoping to see one of these long field goals that we've seen over 60-plus yards over the last couple weeks.
And unlike last week, a lot of defenders near the end zone for Arlington here on this last play of a half. And Perez just wisely throws it away. And that'll do it for the first half. What are your thoughts thus far?
Missed opportunities on defense by the DC defenders. I think offensively, Luis Perez has been in a nice little rhythm. But that's the way this game has been so far.
Let's go to Fitzy with Bob Stoops.
Coach, assess that first half for us.
Yeah, I thought we did a nice job both sides of the ball. We ran the football better. I'd hoped that coming in. Luis has been really good. We got a couple of good, some pass plays. So defensively, he's had some good stops. So it's been a good half.
Thank you, Coach.
All right, thank you,
George.
All right, Fitzy, thank you very much. Perez, 16 of 25, 158 yards and 2 touchdowns. Arlington with a 14-9 lead. When it comes to the USFL, we don't just give you all access on the field, we get you access off it too. So we'll hook you up. Caleb Van Der Esch's Cribs episode next.
The UFL.
Ready? Are we ready?
Expect the unexpected, because you don't know what's going to happen.
Cook is looking end zone. Touchdown.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby.
Another penalty marker comes out.
He just threw a punch. He should be out of the game. He threw a punch. I want to talk to the ref. I want to talk to him.
We're going to jack number 11 for the punch.
Garber's end zone. Somehow, someway, San Antonio finds a way.
Coach, in your 55 years of coaching, you've been a part of some dandies.
I've been through a lot of them, but I've never seen one like this.
Embrace the crowd, suck it in, and go kick somebody's ass.
McCarron throws, get it.
Yeah!
Cheetah.
A.J. McCarron downfield. Marcel Aikman is gone.
It was a great call by Bruce up top.
In front of a record crowd of more than 40,000, Andre Schmidt is good.
Oh, man, I gotta love that.
St. Louis wins it.
There is a buzz when the kicker comes in for a field goal.
You want to do it? 62? Do it.
How about a 62-yarder? And it is good. The NFL was not watching him before. Yeah. They are watching him now.
Welcome back inside Choctaw Stadium, where Arlington has a 5-point lead. George Sedano, Kirk Morrison, Ian Fitzsimmons, Eric McLean here with you at Choctaw Stadium. What a fun couple of weeks we've had here in the UFL thus far, no question about it.
It's been great. I mean, the access has been great, just meeting with the coaches, seeing all the players. It's been fun being able to come here and see how everything's done.
And not only the access on the field, but off the field. We'll give you a little UFL version of Cribs here with Caleb Van Der Esch.
Hey, up here. How's it going, everybody? I'm Caleb Van Der Esch, number 13 for the Arlington Renegades. Watch your step right there, perfect. Now everything just up the stairs. On the second floor here, living room, dining room, kitchen. We got this huge industrial-sized fridge. We got the organic ground beef, pasture-raised eggs. Need to keep the body feeling good, so put good things in the body. So I told my mom I wanted plants in the house, and we didn't have any. So she was nice enough to cut us off little pieces of hers, and we got them getting watered, and we'll move them to soil here soon. So, Mom, they're doing well. Popping this bad boy. Right now I'm watching The Last of Us, so don't ruin it for me. One of 2 balconies. Drink coffee, start the day off. All the stairs in this place is honestly great, keeps me in shape. Laundry room right there, my bedroom. Comfy bed, we got the whiteboard right here where we do our little Beyond meetings and talk it over. Closet, one of my favorite spots in the house. But right here, we got the grounding mat, provides a negative charge from the earth, and your body is positively charged. This, red light, near infrared light, red light, super good for you. Sit right here, get it on the face in the mornings, start the day off, setting the circadian rhythm. So right here's the loft. Bring my dinner up here, just hang out, sitting casually. So we got this fireplace right here, and you think you have it going all the time, nice fire, nice relaxing, but we can't do it. We got pigeons up there. Thanks for coming, checking out the crib. It was awesome having you. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. See you later.
Well, listen, man, it looked like a pretty good crib to me. Does that bring back some memories for you?
It does, but I didn't have the infrared and all these seatings. Talking about being at one with the earth, he's got a lot going on. But look, that's one of the things I'd love to see, this access of how these players are living and then going out there and performing on the weekends.
Eric McLean, did you have that kind of deal going on when you were at Clemson?
Hey, I got to tell you, NIL did not exist. No, we didn't, but I can relate to the creativity of the Voss there for the plan. A lot of my teammates, they had those similar bases. I got to tell you, I was impressed, though, how clean the crib was.
It was,
guys,
yes.
Good job. I'm proud of you. I don't know about the bare feet to start, but everything else I was good with.
It's hot here in Texas, man. You know?
Put on some sandals. I don't need to see straight bare feet.
Well, how about you? Were you clean back in the day?
Absolutely.
What about your roommates, though?
Yeah, look, I love the way that everything was hung up. The shirts were folded. The socks were made. That's how you know. And you know what? You take that from the home, and it actually plays out on the field the same way.
Right.
Everything is in order, ready to go, and that's why Caleb Banner, one of the better receivers.
Clean at home, clean plays on the field. I like what you're talking about there. All right, let's take a look at the progressive stats here in just a moment, but let's take a look at Luis Perez here.
Stutter and run and find the ball because I got to get it out early, so look up and track it. Okay. Triple right. Turbo, sit up.
Touchdown pass there for Perez.
Man, this was a huge play here. This was a third down play, and you have Tyler Bonds catching the play, and then pitching it over to Smith. They get a first down conversion, and they end up scoring a touchdown on that drive. That's the UFL, baby. Here's that touchdown I talked about. A bunch formation by the Renegades.
That was the easiest pass he's thrown all year, maybe in his life.
You gotta communicate.
Time for the progressive first half stats. What sticks out to you?
Well, what sticks out to me is only 40 plays for Arlington offensively, only 15 plays. I'll repeat, 15 plays offensively for the DC defenders, 9 of 11 on third down for the Renegades. So they've been on the field and they've continued drives. Only 4 third down opportunities for the defenders in that first half. They've got to put some plays together. They got to put some drives together. See what the second half looks like for them.
Before we go to break, let's peek in on the Renegades locker room and what they're talking about as they get ready for the second half. There it is. They're getting ready, drawing it up. We'll see how effective it is coming up in the second half.
The best of the best is coming together. There's no more what ifs. We're all one league now.
Ready to run it back.
Ready to shut it off. I'm number one in the building.
Welcome back to Arlington. The Renegades leading 14-9 at halftime. George Sedano, Kirk Morrison, Eric McLean, Ian Fitzsimmons with you here. Arlington dominating the first half here, but only up 5. Let's go to Eric McLean.
Coach, here with Coach Reggie Barlow. Coach, the adjustments that you want to see from your guys in the second half here.
I mean, mainly it's been those guys were 9 for 11 on third down. That can't happen, right? It'll be a long game for us, and we'll end up on the wrong side if we don't stop them on third down. We got to tackle better, right? We've been able to get to them, but just haven't been able to get them down. So this drive here is a critical one right here to open up this half, and looking forward to our offense going out and competing and hopefully scoring on this first drive.
Yeah, they did a great job, as you kind of mentioned there, on third down, wanting to keep that going. The quarterback run was a big deal. Will we see more of that in the second half?
Well, we trust Tamu with the ball. We know he can run, he can throw it as well, and obviously he gives us that option. So definitely proud to see some more of Tamu.
Appreciate you, Coach.
Thank you, Eric McLean, with Reggie Barlow, the head coach of the DC Defenders.
Important drive, like he mentioned. This is a big drive. They want to set the tone here offensively. DC with the ball first.
Vincent Smith to receive the kickoff here. Again, dealing with a hamstring injury. First action this season. He breaks loose for a nice gain there near the 40-yard line. Out of bounds at about the 38.
So the leading rusher for DC has been the quarterback. So it's a great question from Eric McLean, asking what, are we going to see more of the quarterback run? Because it really gave the Renegades defense some fits. They couldn't just stand in there. They had to make sure to keep the eyes on the quarterback. Now, how do they defend the quarterback run? Or do you get someone else in there at the running back position that can take on some of the load just to settle this offense down just a bit?
Yeah, Ta'amu with 32 yards on the ground. He only had 27 coming in through 2 games, and here he is tucking it and running it at the moment. Slides after a gain of 3. Flag on the play.
All right, so double unnecessary roughness. Number 18.
What number was it?
Double unnecessary roughness 18.
Number 18. Late hit. Thank you.
After the play was over, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense, number 18.
Personal foul on Donald Payne.
15-yard penalty and an automatic.
Played in the NFL.
First down.
It's an interesting call here. I would love to get Mike Pereira's thoughts on this, because Ta'amu is a actual running back. When he decides to run in between those tackles, he doesn't get the same privileges as he's a quarterback in the pocket. Correct, Mike?
Come on. No, actually, he does get the same protection. The rule doesn't say, it does not say quarterback. It just says the runner. So any runner, whether it's a quarterback or a back, gets that protection when he goes to the ground like that.
Even with that slide, like he's a runner between the tackles, Mike.
Still doesn't make any difference. If he slides, then he gets the protection. Now, if it's really late, then if it's late, that's a different story. But it's no different, Kirk. That's the difference. No, it's no different with the quarterback or a running back.
There's the play right there. And, yep, there's the contact.
That's the old linebacker in me talking, Mike. That's tough. You've got a quarterback running in between the tackles, Mike, and he slides late like that, my momentum. But I understand the rule. I just hope there's a little leeway, but I guess not.
That's Mike Pereira from the U.S. Army Command Center. And Ta'amu stood up here. Willie Taylor first on the scene.
So you get a couple of positive plays here.
Let's go, Toby, double thumb, 58. Toby, double thumb, 58. Toby, double thumb, 58. Toby, double thumb, 58. 58.
Double thumb, 58.
Hey, empty right, 51 arrow. F out.
So double thump, to me, when you hear that double thump, it's going to be inside game. Watch the defensive line here. See if they get some twists and movement up front.
DC 2 of 4 on third downs. Big third down here, 3rd and 7. Ta'amu with time. Wants it all. Overshoots his target. Incomplete. His target was Alex Ellis, the tight end, formerly of Tennessee.
Nice job there by the Renegade of Arlington. They went with the double. The double thump means it was a mirrored game up front. So double thump means the 2 defensive ends are going to loop inside. Tackles are going to go up. So you had a mirrored stunt up front, and then they played cover 8 in the back end. So nothing was going to get beat. They weren't going to get beat behind them. And it's a nice job of forcing an errant throw from the quarterback.
58-yard field goal attempt for Matthew McCrane. He's 5 of 5 on the season. Make it 6 of 6. And now 7 of 7. A 58-yarder for McCrane. And a 2-point game.
It's McCrane again, ball down, kick up. McCrane making some hay.
Allegiances are born and rivalries are formed. In the United Football League, fandom isn't given, it's earned. So grab the official UFL gear and rally, because it's time to ball out. Get hoodies, shirts, hats, and more, and feel the rush of victory. Who will you choose? Head to shop.theufl.com and get your official gear today. This is how we make Saturday special. And this is how we go all out. SEC on ESPN and ABC. This is how it's done.
19 SEC players in this contest between Arlington and DC, and we're looking forward to the SEC on ABC and ESPN coming this fall.
It just means more.
Hey, listen, Alabama spring game coming on after us here, I believe, on ESPN.
Absolutely.
And we have a 2-point game here at the moment. 26 points. The over-under to begin this game was 43.5. We'll get you the live line in a moment. Manigo inside his 10 and taken down before he reaches the 20-yard line. Johnson with the tackle. Let's go to Eric McLean with an injury update.
Yeah, guys, a little bit of unfortunate news here. His leading receiver, tight end Briley Moore McKinney, out with a knee injury. You see it right there with the brace. We don't have any confirmation on tear, hoping that it's a sprain.
Hey, tempo, here we go, tempo, here we go, boys.
Briley Moore, that great one-handed stab last week in the end zone for a touchdown against Houston. Never want to see that. And he walked off on his own power, so we thought maybe he'd be okay, but the crutch is obviously not a great sign.
Here we go.
Devion Smith in the backfield, deep in the backfield. He'll take it there. And not much doing. No gain on the play. Malik Fisher on the tackle.
Pacer 5, Pacer 5, Pacer 5. Pacer 5, Pacer 5.
Well, a little hurry up here in the second half for Arlington. See if they get a little bit of pace, a little bit of tempo.
Here we go.
Force some more communication from DC, which they had some communication breakdowns.
They have some changes along the offensive line as Samia is in the tent for Arlington, their right guard. Devion Smith spins away and gets close to the sticks. Will he have enough? Yes, he will. A pickup of 10 on that one. And Devion Smith showing he's got a little bit of a motor, too.
Yeah, Devion Smith, one of the great stories of the UFL, especially last week. The news in which, you know, he's playing with a heavy heart. But watch this true line measurement coming up. He got just enough. They didn't need too much to get to that line, but he got enough.
Yeah.
One of the great stories of the UFL so far.
To your point, lost his brother about 10 days ago.
I know.
Told us a story that at practice when he got the news, his whole team came up to him, gave him a big hug. He's not a guy that shows a lot of emotion, but they could see it on his face. As we have whistles here and a flag on the play.
56.
False start.
Looks like Cameron Hunt.
56. Okay, thank you.
Prior to the snap, full start. Offense, number 56.
Start by Cameron Hunt.
5-yard penalty.
The Oregon product
First
from
down.
Corona, California. He's now at right guard with Samia out. Let's go back to Devion Smith after last week.
Lost my brother on Wednesday.
It's Smith plunging forward, and he's got a touchdown.
I started playing football with him. That was the closest brother to me in age. We always played football, and I know he wouldn't have wanted any other way other than me to be on the field, you know, and celebrating him.
And an emotional week, certainly. As we told you, his teammates were there for him when it happened and have been there for him this whole week. And he picks up another nice run there. A gain of 9 on that play. 2nd and 7.
Terrible, sit up.
Perez to the air. Incomplete behind his receiver, his intended target, Seth Green.
Nice play there by Michael Joseph, getting in there, getting a hand in there. But I love the conversation we had with Devion Smith. Just the way he just talked about how football has been for him. He's 29 years of age, and they call him Unc. So 29-year-olds.
I mean, he's the old guy on this group.
To your older guy in here.
Here we go.
But look, one of the guys with a lot of experience, and he's definitely he's coaching guys up just as much as he's out there playing.
3rd and 7 for Perez and company.
Terrible, sit up.
DC showing blitz. They back off, but they get there to his feet. Throws it over his intended target, but caught near midfield by Tyler Vaughns, the USC product. I mean, sometimes it's better to be lucky than good, I think.
I mean, you've got guys at your feet, Luis Perez, and you still have a time to throw the football. It gets right over the outstretched arms of Derek Roberson. He was in coverage, and I don't know how this ball fell into the arms of Roberson. Right in his lap, Luis Perez gets hit. Ball goes over Roberson and into the arms of Vaughns.
Devion Smith powers his way for an 8-yard gain. But it looked like that pass was intended for Burnett and then floated over to Vaughns. Perez on 2nd and 2. Quick toss to the boundary, incomplete. And Vaughns wants a flag, and he got one.
Michelle, hold on a second. Michelle, come see. Michelle, hold on, Sliff. Oh, you gotta pull, okay. All right. 20.
20, DPI.
Okay, spot foul or 15?
Spot.
Spot, got it. Number 20.
Pass interference. Defense, number 20. Spot
Gary
foul
Conley.
and an automatic first down.
Of Ohio State. And he's saying, who, me?
Yeah, the ball wasn't thrown over 15 yards, so it wasn't a play that happened 15 yards down the field. So this is a spot foul for defensive pass interference on Conley. Got a little handsy there, a little grab at the end, and the officials right there saw it.
And you heard the official ask, 15 or spot, and there's a difference, obviously, in this league.
It's a spot foul, so they don't get the full 15. They get a couple yards on that.
Lindsey Scott in at quarterback now. The Incarnate Word product. He keeps it. He's going to think to toss it. He loses the football and able to pounce on it again. Near the 45-yard line, Francis Bernard and Derek Roberson collide and take down Scott.
I want you to see what Greg Williams, the defensive coordinator, is doing. He's got a bear look. So look at all these defenders when Lindsey Scott's in the game, because he's trying to constrict where Lindsey Scott can go, and that's why you've got unblocked defenders in the face of Lindsey Scott. There's nowhere to go. They're able to knock that ball out, and Scott's able to recover it, but a nice look of the defensive alignment by Greg Williams when Lindsey Scott gets in the game.
First sack for DC. Lenny Brown to the right of Perez. Perez lets one fly. Man is wide open for the catch there, and it's Tyler Vaughns again. And taken down at the 26-yard line. Tyler Vaughns, 9th catch, 108 yards. Let's check in with Greg Williams, the DC for the defenders.
All right, automatic front, 51Y. Automatic front, 51Y.
Hey, Coach, at this point, man, we got to play the best guys.
I agree. There was no flat threat. There was nobody in the flat.
And now right now, what he's saying is, look, guys are guessing. Guys are just looking at the quarterback. Nobody's guarding their guy. That's a wide open Tyler Vaughns. I would love to have eyeballs on him if I'm Greg Williams.
22-yard gain. Toss to the boundary, incomplete. Intended for Vaughns again. DeAndre Baker in coverage. Let's go to Greg Williams again. Let's hear what he's talking about.
Boa! Boa!
Still there. Who's this? It's 12.
All right, it's 12 personnel. Boa, pay attention now. Automatic front, Boston weak. Automatic front, Boston weak. It's 12 personnel, 12.
12 personnel, so Boston safety weak. Safety coming down to the weak side of the formation.
Here we go, gotta go.
And he's talking about DeAndre Baker has to get deep.
Devion Smith on the right side, spins out of trouble, keeps the legs churning, gets crossed the 20-yard line to the 18. A gain of 5 on the play. Let's check in with Ian Fitzsimmons.
Injury update. Drew Samia, starting right guard for Arlington, is questionable to return with a lower back injury. Remember, guys, they're already down their left guard, Chris Owens, who's a swing guard for them out of Alabama.
Drew Samia, Oklahoma. There's 3 Oklahoma offensive linemen on this team for Arlington. No shock with Bob Stoops as the head coach.
Here we go.
3rd and 5 for Perez. Pressure coming. Perez gets it away, but too high for Canella. Could not bring it in. 4th and 5 at the moment. And that ball was tipped, it looks like.
Perez went with his read to the left. He actually had a touchdown to his right. He didn't see it. That was man-to-man coverage. If you look to the right of the screen, no one picks up Devion Smith on the outside. That was a wheel route that he ran, and that would have been the touchdown. But Perez, the faith that he has in Canella, the tight end, he went to the left. If he just scans back to the right, probably had a touchdown.
Russolino with the field goal, a 37-yard attempt to extend the lead. The kick is up, and it is good. A 5-point lead again for Arlington. 5:42 to go in the third. DC looking to fight back.
NFL Draft begins Thursday, April 25th on ESPN and ABC.
5:42 to go in the third here in Arlington. The Renegades lead 17-12 over DC. I'm here with Davion Smith, pride of Michigan. Take us on the field right now, man. What are you seeing?
Right now, offense and defense and special teams is clicking for us right now. We just got to continue to dominate. We got 5:42 left in the third and another quarter after that. So right now, we just got to stay locked into the game and don't take this for advantage, really.
What keeps bringing you back? Everyone we talk to says you're going to be one hell of a coach one day. What keeps bringing you back?
I love the game. I love the physicality of it. I love being in the locker room with my teammates and competing, really.
Jim Harbaugh, your old head coach at Michigan, now with the LA Chargers. Describe to any NFL fan out there what he's going to do and how he's going to build that team.
He's going to run the damn ball. I'll tell you that right now. Listen, he got Gus Edwards right now. He's going to get another back. He's going to get that O-line right. They're going to run the ball. Promise.
Building guts out, right?
Yes. O-line. That O-line going to be a monster. I promise you that.
George, boys, back to you.
Thanks, Fitzy. There's no question about that. We know the Jim Harbaugh mantra, and we've seen it at every stop, basically.
So what does that mean? He said they're going to run the ball. So does that mean my stock in Justin Herbert in fantasy should go away?
I don't know. That's a great question.
That's a good question.
Maybe
right
Field Yates will have an answer for that down the road. I'm sure. Jordan Ta'amu and company taking over here. He's in trouble. Flushed out of the pocket. Throws on the run. Finds a man in the zone in the middle. Alex Ellis, the tight end, to the 41-yard line. An excellent pitch and catch of 17 yards. And DC is on the move. They've struggled to move the ball while still being in this game.
But for some reason, in second halves, they tend to put Jordan Ta'amu on the move a little bit. And when it puts him on the move, it puts pressure on the defense. You're able to find guys because the defense has to move with him.
DC has scored on their last 2 drives after the slow start. Ta'amu with time to the sideline. It is caught, but was he inbounds? No. They're going to say that Kelvin Harmon could not get both feet in again in this league. Not. It's like the NFL. Got to get 2 feet in.
Ooh, good try, but just those feet get off the ground and they never establish back in bounds upon gaining possession.
15, Denver.
Ta'amu from Ole Miss, XFL Offensive Player of the Year last year. Virtually a new receiving core this season. Ta'amu's going to run it with plenty of room to run and slides near the 45-yard line. Another first down for Ta'amu. Let's check in with Fred Keiss and his communication with his quarterback, Ta'amu.
Left. Empty bunch left. Quack. Z Miami. Q angle. No, don't do it there. Hey, trips left. Trips left. 22 lock. Squirrels. Trips left. 22 lock. Squirrels.
22 lock. Trips left. 22 lock.
I like this one.
Oh, wait.
I should have said
here we go.
Left for it. So he's looking for the tight end who's in the slot.
Set go.
A toss to the sideline is complete. Nice ball placement there, and another big chunk play and a first down. We were talking about how DC had a slow start. Ty Scott with the catch there. That has not been the case in their last couple of drives. Here's Fred Keiss. What a week this man has had. He lost his vision in one of his eyes, saw a doctor, and they went and said, wait, no, you have a clogged artery. So he underwent surgery and returned to practice a day after surgery. That's how much this man loves this team and this sport. Ta'amu, deep pass to the end zone. Incomplete, intended for Kelvin Harmon. Good defense there by Harris. But back to Keiss. The reason the eye was a thing and it was an issue was because last season when they were about to play in the championship game against Arlington, he was having some eye issues, saw a doctor, and they told him he's got cancer in his eye. After the championship game and the loss to Arlington, he got that removed. So he thought this was a reoccurring bout with cancer. And when he went to see the doctor, they told him, no, sir, it's not that, thankfully, but unfortunately, you have a blockage in your carotid artery. 98% carotid artery blockage, and they were able to save his life, really. We have a super challenge here on the play.
So
let's take a listen.
The challenge is that there was pass interference on the play. Thank you.
So Reggie Barlow
is challenging the ruling on the field of no offensive pass, defensive pass interference.
Okay, we're taking a look at it.
Mike Pereira, the U.S. Army
It's just
Command
a question of timing here. I mean, there is contact now. Is the timing in real time? In real time, is the timing enough that we're going to call this? No, we're not going to call this. I got to look at this at real time as the officials see it, and there is some contact, but to me, real time, that's way too close. So we are not going to grant his challenge on this. We're going to leave it as incomplete with no foul. So you're going to charge him with the timeout. You're going to charge him with the timeout, and he's going to be out of challenges. Yes, because he's charging him a timeout.
I think this is a nice call by Mike Pereira. I think both guys are kind of jockeying for position. You got hand fighting down the field by both players. And Harris, the defensive back, is
stadium lights off.
He's right there and gets his right arm extended behind that ball, a little underthrown. That's just a great defensive play. So super challenge denied, one timeout loss for DC, and they have 0 super challenges left for the rest of the game. But I understand, by Coach Barlow, you want to challenge that. That's a touchdown type of play.
Oh, absolutely. It's a smart challenge. There's no question about it. Ta'amu and company trying to put more points on the board, trailing by 5.
Ready. Set, go.
Harris gets the handoff, picks up a couple of yards. 3rd down upcoming. And right now we're at 29 points. The over-under to start this game was 43.5. So they need 14 more points to go over if you're looking on ESPN Bet, and that was what you tried to cash.
It's a big 3rd down here. And for Jordan Ta'amu, remember, if there's nothing there, he can take off and run. He knows where that 1st down marker is. He's going to look first. If it's not there, he's decisive and can take off and get as many yards as he can.
DC 2 for 5 on 3rd down. Ta'amu with plenty of time, checks it down to Harris. Harris, plenty of room to run, runs out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Easy 1st down. Clearly some miscommunication defensively for Arlington. Let's check in with Eric McLean.
Guys, one of the biggest things that Jordan Ta'amu said he wanted to work on going into this season was grasp of the offense, understanding where to go with the football. You just saw the perfect picture of that. That was the 4-3, the check down. He got to it. He understand where the protection was, got him the football flawless.
You know, he talked about that in his experience in the NFL, being in some quarterback rooms with Matthew Stafford, those types of quarterbacks, of getting to the next play.
Ta'amu to the end zone. Incomplete. They'll say out of bounds. Brandon Smith, the intended target. Darren Evans in coverage. The previous hookup with Harris was for 10 yards. Ta'amu now 8 of 15, 129 yards passing and a touchdown.
See that official on that near side, he throws his hat. So you have a wide receiver stepping out of bounds before. We know he can't be the first guy to touch the football. So that's a nice job by the defensive back, forcing the wide receiver out of bounds as well.
2nd and 10 from the 14.
Red. You got the shoot right now. There we go. Ready.
Both backs in the backfield, Higgins and Harris. Ta'amu floats one to the end zone again. It is caught. Is he in? No. They'll say incomplete. Brandon Smith again, and Darren Evans in coverage again.
Oh, what a throw, though. He threw it to the space in the area that is needed. Smith made the throw, but was he able to hold on? Did he juggle that football? Remember, no super challenge available for DC. That could have been an opportunity there.
Smith was not happy. He thought he had a score.
An outstanding throw. He just threw to the spot, threw to the area. Was he able to hold on to it?
I got you. So I just made an announcement.
They're going to take another look here.
Gotcha. What'd you have, Milton?
I had the receiver not completing the catch in bounds.
How about the control hitting the ground?
Out of bounds on the sideline.
Okay, we're going to take a look at this. You just want to see if he's got the catch. I'm going to focus on his right elbow. So the elbow hits elbow comes down first, then it goes to control. Does he maintain control because he's going to the ground?
Looks like it.
Stuart, this is a touchdown.
They're still looking at it, man.
Okay, Stuart, we're looking at the right elbow, which does hit down inbounds, and he holds on to the ball. So we have a touchdown here.
All right, we're all going to overturn this to a touchdown. Got you said the right elbow,
the U.S.
correct?
Army
That's
Command
correct.
Center
The right
has
elbow,
reversed the call.
and he maintains.
What a throw.
I mean, you nailed it. I mean, it looked like a touchdown, hence why I said they say it's incomplete. Basically saying, hey, the officials have ruled he was not inbounds, and now DC will go on top here.
My first look at it, I thought that he maintained possession. That ball was there, perfect. He caught it and was able to get that elbow down. I think we were looking at the feet and the shoulders, but that elbow was able to sneak inside of that goal line, and that's a terrific throw, but an even better catch by Brandon Smith for a touchdown.
First DC lead since it was 3-0 with 5:55 left in the first quarter. Again, in the UFL, you can go for 1 point from the 2, 2 points from the 5, 3 points from the 10. A 2-point conversion attempt here. To Amu. Incomplete. Not on the same page with his receiver, Roland. Let's take a look at that touchdown one more time as DC now takes a 1-point lead.
They got the high-low. That ball's thrown right where it needs to be for a touchdown.
That's a touchdown, man!
And he was right, Coach. You were right. It was a touchdown. You used your super challenge, didn't get it, but this time you were vindicated.
He was vindicated. That's just outstanding throw by Jordan Ta'amu.
Let's go down to the sideline. Jordan Ta'amu's there with Eric McLean.
Hey, guys, we're trying to get after Jordan Ta'amu just like the Arlington team is there. Jay, the read that you just went through, you and I were talking pregame, and you said, I want to go through my processes. I want to fully understand this offense. It looked like you did that 3 or 4 times. Is that what we saw?
Yes, sir. I mean, I just gave what the defense gave me, ran through my progressions, and made a good throw, but unbelievable catch. O-line did a great job blocking.
Specifically on the touchdown, what did you see? Why did you throw the corner route?
You know, my progression right there was just to that, shake route, what we call circus. Him, I'm going right. I saw he, had a step on him, and put it where it needed to be, and B came down with a great catch.
Great read, great throw.
Remember, they only had 15 plays in the first half. That last drive, 9 plays for a touchdown.
Yeah, 9 plays, 76 yards, 4 minutes and 34 seconds off the clock. UFL Week 3 continues tonight with the Showboats taking on the Stallions. That game starts at 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific on Fox. Tomorrow, the Panthers and Roughnecks kick off at noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific. Breakfast on the West Coast. That's on ABC, followed by the Battlehawks and the Brahmas at 3 Eastern, noon Pacific. Those games can also be seen on ESPN+. George Sedano, Kirk Morrison, Eric McLean, Ian Fitzsimmons with you here. DC with a 1-point lead. McCrane with the kickoff. Goes over the heads of over the head of Manigo.
So where's that? 25-yard
I need my knee brace. I need my knee braces. In my locker. Yeah, it's in my baby blue backpack. Quick. No, I can go, yeah, but like, it's just fine, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We'll check it after the game.
Okay, all right.
So Perez gutting it through on this one. Day-Day Hunter checks back in at running back to his right.
Terrible, sit up.
These two teams facing off again. Faced off in the regular season last year in the XFL. DC won that game, and then in the championship game for the XFL, Arlington got revenge, and DC looking to avenge that loss.
What's so exciting about this game is that DC didn't have the first half that they wanted, but they get a couple of drives going. Some things going for them. They get a field goal, and now a touchdown, and they're ahead in this game. And now Arlington has to be on the offensive now. They can't relax. Davion Smith said, hey, we would dominated this football game, and yet we're about to enter the fourth quarter, and they look up, and they're down by a point.
Third quarter winding down, about 30 seconds left.
Terrible, sit up.
Handoff up the middle, not much there either. Letty Brown. It'll be 3rd and 5.
It's a big third down here because you got to answer that score. Now, I wonder, do they take this to the 4th quarter?
Arlington 10 of 13 on 3rd downs. And Kirk, I think you're right. They are going to take it to the 4th quarter and huddle up here and take that opportunity to figure out what they want to do. Arlington has dominated time of possession nearly 2-1, but DC has the 1-point lead here in Texas.
Now we on top, we started from the bottom, we put it on lock now, look at how we got them. Now
Welcome back to Arlington here as DC just takes their first lead of the game. You see 18-17. I'm here with my man Nolan, who's the DV Sports rep. Nolan, they've got these iPads. They're exceptional. They're seeing real live video as it happens. When do they get access? How does it uploaded? Walk me through this process.
Yeah, so basically the filmers will obviously film the play, and as soon as that play is finished and done and we're moving on to the next play, that film directly gets linked up into these iPads here where the coaches can access it or the players can access it, watch it back, figure out what they did right, what they did wrong. They have both a sideline and an end zone angle, and they can really do some cool stuff with it.
And nothing's live. There's a little delay on when they get it?
Correct, yeah. So there's a slight delay. So basically, if you're watching a 1st down play, then the 3rd down play before it is the play that they have access.
Yeah, it's truly amazing, guys. And you just see these plays, Kirk. I just have to think, if I had the access as a player to be able to see this and see the plays that they're happening instantly, how much better you and I could have been, brother.
You're opening up old wounds right now, Eric McLean. Because we use Polaroids. We use steals.
We got a false start. It's not a 1st down. We got a false start on number 8.
My phone, I saw you went to UF.
Full start. Offense, number 8. 5-yard penalty, 3rd down.
So they get the false start on Tyler Vaughns, backs him up 5 yards. Let's go. But Eric McLean, I'm telling you, we had still photos. We had pictures. And you can say, oh, coach, I was in that gap. I was in that gap. And now you can watch the video on the sideline and say you were not in that gap. Usually I could wait till Monday and get away with it. Now you can't get away with nothing with these videos on the side.
Eye in the sky doesn't lie. 3rd and 10 here now for Perez and the Renegades. Perez with time, pocket collapsing, dumps it off to Letty Brown. Brown's going to pick up the 1st down. Bounces and pinballs off defenders as he gets to the 48-yard line. A huge 1st down there. 23-yard gain for Arlington. Greg Williams here.
Come on, let's go. Gotta go.
We did not hear from Greg Williams, the DC defensive coordinator. Perez throws. What a stab there by Javonte Payton. Picks up another 1st down inside the 40 to the 39.
And ball location, that ball's thrown to the outside where Payton's able to go and grab it, get out of bounds. Let's go. Pushed upfield, and we're able to come back to that ball.
Greg Williams down. Let's hear from him.
12 personnel, 12.
Here we go.
Rabbit.
Sit up with 80. Right to hard.
Rabbit, he's saying run. That's another word for run, rabbit.
Terrible, sit up.
Ball on the 40, that's where it's spotted now. Play action for Perez. All day to throw. Over the middle to his tight end. Complete for another 1st down. And still fighting for yardage. Out of bounds, Canella. I mean, this dude, you want to talk about a will to win. You're seeing it right there. That is what the UFL is all about. Fighting for every single inch.
He's 6'5", 230. And look, you got a tight end lined up in the slot. He's 6'5", 230 pounds, runs in, then cuts back out. That ball's delivered, and everybody's trying to do what? They're trying to strip the ball, get the ball out. Nobody's trying to tackle, and that's how he's able to get those extra yards.
20th 1st down. They go again to Canella, this time in and out of his hands. Michael Joseph was there to dislodge the ball from Canella.
They always say you got to chop those trees down. You know, those tall guys. Try to get them, hit them a little bit lower. I know people don't want to hear that, but that's the only way you can get a guy with that kind of size. That's the ability to make the catch and the run after catch is what has got the Renegades knocking on the door of another score.
Here we go.
2nd and 10 from the 21.
Here we go. Yep, we're good. Terrible, sit up.
Lenny Brown pushing the pile forward. He picks up 7 or 8 yards.
11 Lindsey. 11 Lindsey. Wristband 31. 3-1.
41.
11 Lindsey. 3-1.
So that means Chip Lindsey comes. I mean, Lindsey Scott comes into the game. So now with Lindsey Scott in the game, you're automatically thinking it's going to be a run play. And that's what the DC defenders are locating right now.
You good? No, I'm talking. No, not to you. You're leading. Hey, no, lead.
Play of the drive coming up here.
That quarterback run, your DC.
Day Hunter back there as well. He's a speedster. And he keeps and gets in the end zone. Lindsey Scott Jr. His second touchdown of the season. 13 yards right up the gut. And Arlington regains the lead 23-18.
Lindsey Scott comes into the game, and you got to know, watch this guy right here. These guys, they're going to come around, pull, and then watch Lindsey Scott just follow his guards, follow his tackle. That's an easy escort into the end zone. You get 2 big guys in front. I hide right behind there. Lindsey Scott goes 5'11", 220. That's an easy waltz into the end zone for a touchdown.
You can't underestimate Arlington's third down conversion rate in their success today. 12 of 15. Here's a 2-point conversion. Perez goes to the air. It is caught and in for the conversion. It's now 25-18, a 7-point game. That drive, 8 plays, 75 yards, 3:51 off the clock. Let's take a look at the TD.
Here we go. It's Lindsey Scott's in the game. You get a pull, another pull. You hide right behind to get the touchdown. And you say, you know what? Let's add a little more toppings on that. You get the throw to Canella, and now you've got a 7-point lead. And the Renegades back on top.
Good shot, Luis. Good job, buddy.
Tell them I'm ready. Whenever they want, 'cause I'm ready. Oh yeah, I'm ready.
To 18, Renegades leading the defenders early here in the 4th. Let's check in with Ian Fitzsimmons with the man who scored the last touchdown, Lindsey Scott.
Yeah, thanks, George. All right, first of all, right when you came on the field, George and Kirk are going, hey, there comes a quarterback run. But a lot of people don't understand, you set an FCS record for 60 touchdown passes in the season. So when you got guys going just assuming you're running, your reaction is?
Y'all gonna see.
Take us on the field. What'd you see on that touchdown run?
Yeah, we had a quarterback GT, got a jet sweep. I'm reading the end. The end scrape, he pinched, so my right tackle took that and they flew over top. They got too many to the right to hand off. So I took the ball. It was also man corners over. So my tight end was lost out there with nobody to block. Guard tackle did a great job leading up for me, and it was part like the Red Sea.
You are very close to getting your MBA.
Yeah.
Where do you find the time to accomplish things like that while playing professional football?
It's all about the 1-2, you know. Like my mom, she's in my corner big about finishing that. My dad, too. So when you got a village kind of supporting you, it makes it a lot easier.
Look, for me, no shot. You, yeah, you're wicked smart. Guys, back to you.
All right, thanks. And then you saw the little finger roll in the end zone. I would have asked him about that. I love that celebration at the end. Thank you, Fitzy, and thank you to Lindsey Scott. Incarnate word, 60 touchdowns to Ian's point earlier. Arlington, by the way, 4 of the last 5 drives scored touchdowns. The only exception was the end of the half. Darius Higgins with a run there.
Spread right. 72.
Higgins. Virginia State.
Hey, whip. 72. Yeah. Go now. Here we go.
So DC looking to score again. They scored on their last 3 drives. Ta'amo to the air, nobody there. Roland looked like he tripped up a little bit, could not get to the spot. UFL Week 3 continues tonight with the Showboats taking on the Stallions. The game starts at 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 Pacific on Fox. Tomorrow, the Panthers and Roughnecks kick off at noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific on ABC, followed by the Battlehawks and the Brahmas at 3 Eastern, noon Pacific. All those games can also be seen on ESPN+. Nothing like a little UFL for brunch or breakfast.
I like that on the West
ABC
Coast.
tomorrow. Yeah.
They got the short gain on first, a missed throw on second, now 3rd and long.
3rd and 8. Ta'amu tries to run, but he gets caught. Could not squeeze past the last defender, Jalen Redmond. And Ta'amu, if he got past Redmond, he would have been able to pick up that first down, it looked like, but Redmond said, no way, not so fast.
Yeah, he had 3 doors, door 1, door 2, door 3. I thought if he goes through door 3, he's got an opportunity. He went through door number 1, and Jalen Redmond was able to redirect and bring Ta'amu down short of a first.
A punt here, 2nd punt of the day for DC. Paxton Brooks. Manigo will let it bounce. And DC will stop it just shy of the 20-yard line. Arlington trying to tack on to their lead. They lead by 7 with 10:31 to go in this one. Welcome back to Arlington. The Renegades leading 25-18. And let's go down to Ian Fitzsimmons, where, let me tell you, Ian, some people are sweating this over-under right now.
Yeah, right now the total's 43.5. Live wagering on ESPN Bet. Also, Arlington favored by 7.5. I love the over at kickoff at 43.5, and that's why you always buy that little hook. I hate getting beaten by that thing. But right now, if you're live wagering on ESPN Bet, I'd still take the over.
Yeah, I feel good about that, too. There's plenty of time here in the 4th quarter. Devion Smith checks in the backfield.
Terrible, sit up.
Perez, quick toss to the boundary. Complete with plenty of room. Manigo with a big gain there, a first down for Manigo. 18-yard gain on the wide receiver screen.
Yeah, that was an explosive play. Just get the ball in Manigo's hands. We've seen him as a returner and now as a wide receiver. You get the ball in his hands, and that's a big play waiting to happen.
That's his first catch of the season.
Let's go, come on. Sit up with 80.
10 minutes to go.
Terrible, sit up.
The offenses have been clicking here after a slow start. Devion Smith tried to bounce off the defenders there, but a short gain there.
Let's go 11.
11, let's go.
Trough left, Indy 2, Y line. Trough left, Indy 2, Y line.
Trough left stack, Indy 2, Y line. Also ready? Indy 2, Y line. Indy 2, Y line. Let's go.
2nd and 7 here. Wondering, I would love to see them run the football being up. So I hear that Y line. Is that the Y coming back across?
They're going to throw to the sideline. Complete there to Isaiah Winstead. Enough for the first down.
And Chuck Long, offensive coordinator, like, nah, You trust that Luis Perez is going to make the right play, the right throw.
12-yard gain. How about this staff here with Chuck Long, Bob Stoops? Chuck Long was the quarterback in 1985 for the Iowa Hawkeyes. He finished 2nd to Bo Jackson in the Heisman race. That staff, Hayden Fry was the head coach. Bob Stoops was an assistant. Bill Snyder was an assistant. Kirk Ferentz was an assistant. And Barry Alvarez. What a staff that was.
Some of the coaching greats.
Devion Smith and his offensive lineman getting a push there. Speaking of coaching greats, there's Bob Stoops. Look at this picture from 1982 when Stoops was a player at Iowa, along with Jonathan Hayes,
his defensive coordinator,
and Chuck Long, the offensive coordinator, the quarterback back then, as a freshman.
So you build these relationships in college, and they go on for life. They're brothers for life, and that's the same thing with a lot of these players here.
I would imagine you at San Diego State, Emac, Eric McLean, Clemson, for sure, right?
Here we go.
Emac?
Gotta go!
No question about it, guys. I think, when you make these friends in college, teammates, blood, sweat, tears, man, I've got texts from guys all over the place watching us right now, old teammates, and it's just a special bond, Kirk, no question.
Yeah, it's the special bond, and guys who you've battled with, blood, sweat, and tears, and you trust. You trust them in the moments like this. Especially Bob Stoops right now. You're in the 4th quarter, up by 7, with about 7.5 to go. It's the guys who you trust, the guys that you've been arm to arm with. That's why they're all here.
You know what to do? Club. Gotta go.
Stoops going for his 200th victory today.
Bravo, here we go.
3rd and 3.
Terrible, sit up.
Perez with time. Airs one out. Overshoots his target, Javonte Payton. Ian Fitzsimmons, you got more?
When it comes to guys like Bob Stoops, we were talking to him earlier this week. He doesn't care if you leave the office at 4 o'clock. If you got your work done, get out, man. He's all about energy and chemistry on a coaching staff. He'll have the entire staff over to his house that he has in South Lake Carroll, right here outside of Arlington in the Dallas-Fort Worth area for barbecues and whatnot. Chemistry and energy, but also he'll sit there and tell you if it takes till 3 a.m. to get your stuff done, then you're staying till 3 a.m. If you're out the door at 4, hit happy hour.
Well, speaking of Stoops' success, he's one of 5 coaches that have won championships at the college level and at the pro level. You see the names there. A couple of Cowboys coaches, Jimmy Johnson, Barry Switzer, Pete Carroll, Paul Brown. Now, he did give us an asterisk. He said he doesn't belong in this group, is what he said. We didn't say that, he did. But he certainly has had a storied career. National champion in 2000. And then XFL championship last year, his 3rd season with Arlington.
And he loves doing it, man. He loves competing. He loves getting his guys out there. And they're 0-2. And he looked at like, I can't believe we're 0-2. They feel like they should be undefeated the way they play, but it's been mistakes. And today, everything is really sort of going their way. They've controlled the time of possession. They've played a clean football game, no turnovers. This is what they expected the first couple weeks, and they're finally getting it in week 3.
4th and 3 from the 39.
Hey, come on, Smitty.
They thought about a field goal with Russolino for a second, but they send the offense back out. Devion Smith in motion. Here's Burnett in motion.
Terrible, sit up.
Perez to the outside. Incomplete. Burnett was able to haul it in, but could not get inbounds. Tyler Vaughns, he's doing the NBA thing where they twirl their finger in the air and say, we want a review.
Yeah, he's trying to get Mike Pereira to come back on and say, hey, I deserve another look at that one. Going back to that throw, it's outside, but when does he gain possession?
Yeah, right? I don't know about that one.
He caught that one twice, and I think he never regained possession with feet in bounds.
So DC will take over on downs at the 39. One more look at that one, Kirk. This is a good look here.
Never gained possession with both feet in bounds. So
let's check in with Mike Pereira at the U.S. Army Command Center. Mike?
Yeah, that was actually a tight one. We thought maybe he had gotten control of the ball and gotten both feet down, but he really only got 1 foot, got a hand. Hand doesn't count. Got to get both feet. So we confirmed that as being incomplete.
Thank you, Mike Pereira. Jordan Ta'amu wants it all. A deep pass, incomplete, just off the fingertips, but a flag on the play. I was just going to say Darren Evans with great coverage, but we're going to find out what the flag is about. The audience here does not love it. You hear the boo birds out.
Open your 020. Open your 020. What do we got?
Number 24 on blue, DPI. Grab as the ball was coming down on his shoulder.
Defensive pass interference, number 22 defense.
24.
24. All 15 yards.
Pass interference.
Huge call.
Defense, number 24. 15-yard penalty and an automatic first down.
A 15-yarder. Bob Stoops could challenge this one if he wants. He's got his super challenge.
Yeah, he threw it out there. That flag's on the ground.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah, we got to widen out. That flag's on the ground. There it is.
Yeah,
We've got
we're on the previous slide.
Mayday.
9-yard line.
Challenge.
Mayday.
I got you. So he's challenging. So
okay, he's challenging it, everybody.
Yes.
So here we go. Let me make an announcement.
We are going to look at the contact.
PI, coach. PI.
So we're going to get a couple shots here that we're going to get. You had that right, Tutu, that he was looking at? Just told with us here. He hooks the right shoulder and pulls him around, which actually pulls 24 back into the play. So here's the one shot. Again, grabs the shoulder, pulls him back, which propels 24 around. That is defensive pass interference.
Right.
That is defensive pass interference.
Right.
So he's going to lose this challenge. It is a 15-yard penalty. It is not an intentional.
Right,
So,
and he's charged with his second timeout.
And he's charged with his second timeout and has no more challenges.
Perfect, thank you.
After video review,
So thank you.
there is a foul for defensive pass interference. 15-yard penalty, first down. Arlington is charged a timeout and are out of challenges.
I get why the fans don't like it, but it is absolutely the right call. As we saw Mike Pereira at the U.S. Army Command Center. And, yeah, look, you try to get away with it, but you got caught with your hand in the cookie jar there.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's, you know, great that Mike Pereira was able to talk that. It was that right arm, which kind of like a slingshot, pulled the shoulder, and which led him in. So it was a penalty, and it's a 15-yard penalty. No challenges left.
It's a veteran move if you can get away with it.
Yeah, I'd rather give up 15 than a touchdown.
Oh, I get it. And a stop there. Short gain for Cam Harris. The Renegades came up with the football, but he was down by contact there. Well before that happened. 6:30 to go in this contest. DC down 7. The over-under at 43.5. We're half a point away from that, so one more score and we're good to go on the over there. If you bet the under, you're sweating it right now. That's for sure.
Here we go, here we go.
And of course, those lines courtesy of ESPN Bet. Ta'amu on 2nd and 12. Play action. Under pressure. Throws off his back foot. Wisely throws it away.
Third down. Trips right, red scrape. Troy right, Troy right, Troy right, red scrape.
Troy right, red scrape. I'm on ready.
Red. Fred Keiss, offensive coordinator.
Get that trip right.
Jalen Redmond on the pressure on the last play. 3rd and 12.
Here we go.
DC 3 of 7 currently on 3rd downs.
Ready. Take go.
Pressure coming. Here comes the house. They pick it up. Floats one. It is incomplete, intended for Chris Rowland. Jones in coverage. Stephen Jones Jr. from Appalachian State.
I don't know if Chris Rowland, that ball for him got lost in the sun, but this was a terrific throw from Ta'amu, and that ball was delivered perfectly. And I just think it caught him right there on the shoulder pad. I don't know if he lost that in the sun.
I was thinking that.
That's the first thing that I saw. That ball directly in the sun overhead, and it seemed that he reacted late as that ball was getting close to the body.
4th and 12. It's go time. With 5 minutes to go, you don't know how many more chances you've had because of the time of possession skewing in Arlington's favor thus far today. Ta'amu with time over the middle. Batted away! What a defensive play there! Excellent job by Jamal Carter. Brandon Smith, the intended target, and Arlington's defense holds and takes over on downs.
Nice job by Jamal Carter, 4th down. I just watch him. He's going to be right here in the middle of the field, but watch him watch the eyes of Ta'amu the whole time. He's just watching the quarterback. See, he watches the eyes, and when that ball's thrown, he breaks on the football, and he's right there to knock it away. That's a nice job by the safety, Carter. Just sit back, watching the eyes of the quarterback, take you to the football, converge, make a play, and get off the field.
And if you got the under, you're loving that play. That's for sure.
Absolutely. That's a nice defense.
If you got the over, you're like, oh, no, they're going to try to run the clock out here. There's still 5 minutes, though. There's a long time left in this football game. We've seen some crazy stuff happen. You guys last week had a crazy one.
Yes, we did down in Memphis. As long as there's time left on the clock, you are in a football game in the UFL.
George Sedano, Kirk Morrison, Eric McLean, Ian Fitzsimmons with you here in Arlington. The Renegades with the lead. They hand it off to Letty Brown. Brown will pick up 5 yards there.
And it's Eric McLean time, right? Eric McLean, 4-minute offense, because that's, if you're on the Renegade sideline, you're talking about how do we just run this clock? Let's run the football. Davion Smith, this is now your show. Here we go, boys. Handing this ball off, getting as many yards as you can, and letting that clock continue to tick, 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 tick.
35 power king on turbo, ready?
So they place the ball at the 49-yard line. So they will only give him a 3-yard gain on that last play.
Here we go. Gotta get going. Here we go.
Play clock.
Turbo, sit up.
At 5. They hand it off on the left side. Picks up 3 more.
4. Okay.
Left hash.
Let's go 11. All right, let's go right hash.
Left.
Dixie left, 762 Z levels Cobra. Dixie left, 762 Z levels Cobra.
Dixie left H buzz. No, I'm sorry. Dixie left 62 Y levels Cobra. Ready? 62.
Come back.
Over the ball. You got
C.
choice.
Okay.
Get the C. Come back.
No, not choice. Sorry.
So you're going to push up.
Here we go. Gotta go.
And the Cobra coming back. So coming back to the football. So
Hey,
watch this ball right around on the outside toward the sideline.
There it is. To Burnett for the first down. Nice job, partner.
Yeah, he got it on the outside. They ran the inside, a little bit of a offensive pass interference, if you want to call it. But it's on the right side. It's going to be right over in here. And they get on the right side. It gets over there, and it's just like subtle. It's not necessarily a pass interference, offensive pass interference, but it just shields the defender to where you got to go over the top and make a decision. Nice job. Nice play design.
Let's check in with Eric McLean.
Yeah, you talk about it again, guys, and unguardable passes. If you have a quarterback and receiver on the same page like that, the back shoulder fade is nearly unstoppable.
Yeah. Burnett stopped in the backfield, and a timeout, DC. Brown will lose a yard on that one. All right. It's time for today's Game Flow, brought to you by Progressive.
Let's go, O. Big series here. Let's go. Two. Go for 2. Good shot, Luis. Good job, buddy. Let's go. Nice drive, O. Good job, man. Big drive. Big drive.
Arlington leading 25-18. Under 3 minutes to go. And they stopped DC on a 4th down play. Ian Fitzsimmons, you said you like the over. You may be sweating out there, partner, and it's not just the sun.
Yeah, it's about 82 degrees here, and you know I'm a little overweight, so yeah, a little more sweat. I mean, when I sweat, it kind of smells like bacon, or maybe that elk or a rattlesnake that we had last night. The lonesome dove.
Yeah.
Right now, if you have the over, like I may or may not have, yeah, there's a little precipitation that I would like right now because. Yeah, just cover up the sweat. That's all I need.
119 yards on the ground for Arlington, 412 total. Letty Brown makes a couple of guys miss, gets down to the 30-yard line. A pickup of 6 on the play. It'll be 3rd and 5 upcoming. Ian took us to a great restaurant yesterday, the Lonesome Dove in Fort Worth. And we did try, he wasn't lying when he said we tried rattlesnake. We tried rattlesnake, kangaroo, I believe bison, and then what was the
an elk.
Fitzy, what else did I miss there?
Had some elk in there too.
In about a 5-minute span, Emac, Kirk, George, and I had elk, rattlesnake, rabbit, and kangaroo.
Yeah, and it was all delicious.
Hey, listen. Man in my life than Emac, man.
Fitz, I've got to give everybody credit. Everyone participated.
Yeah.
Everybody ate everything. And
delicious.
shout out to your guy, because if you wouldn't have told us, it was so good, it was so tasty, we wouldn't have known what we were eating. It was unbelievable.
That's Tim Love from the Lonesome Dove. If you're ever in town for a Renegades game, man, hit the Lonesome Dove in Fort Worth. It's awesome. But yeah, we went wild game. And I did not want to know kangaroo because I felt a little bad about it.
That kangaroo punch it back if it was alive. So there was that.
Yeah. I walked in with regular shoes and walked out with cowboy boots. So,
yeah,
I mean, I was all in.
Me too. I felt, I was ready to go to a saloon afterwards. But Fitzy, thank you for the recommendation, and we had a blast there for sure. And experienced something culinary, had a culinary experience second to none, basically. 3rd and 5 here for Arlington. They dump it down. Oh, and a drop by Letty Brown. He was thinking about that first down potentially before he could secure the catch.
And more importantly, the clock stops. Right?
You're good, Letty. Don't worry about that.
It's an incomplete pass for a second, and now it'll keep going until the 2-minute warning. And now you have an opportunity for a field goal. So you've been talking about this over. It's a big opportunity right here. They'll let the clock go all the way down. No more timeouts left for DC. So they'll take this clock all the way down. I wonder, do you take it all the way down and call a timeout?
Yeah, Taylor Russolino, a 49-yard attempt. 3 of 4 on the season. Russolino with the kick. It is good. So if you got the over, cash that one. A 10-point lead for Arlington. And they're looking to get their first victory of the season, but it ain't over yet. Like you guys said, you said this earlier, Kirk, you guys had a game that was an 11-point game with just about a minute or so to go last week.
Yeah, just about a minute or so, but again, clock management, George. This clock is running all the way down. You had about 12 seconds left on the play clock, on the actual game of the play clock. You could have taken this down to the 2-minute warning.
Yep.
Okay, now we're under 2 minutes. You know,
Great point.
Take a little time off. You kick the field goal. So now this is the extra seconds that you now have in the UFL that'll be crucial in his final 2 minutes.
Ian Fitzsimmons, what do you got?
Coach Stoops was screaming at them not to snap that football, to your point, guys.
I was wondering. I'm looking at the clock, and I'm trying to put play clock and game clock together. And I'm saying there's no way they're going to snap this football. There's no way. I thought he would go out. Hey, guys, do not snap it. Get it down to the 2-minute. But you've left some extra. You actually left a free timeout for DC now.
You did. You definitely did. And that's why Stoops was not thrilled, as Ian pointed out. What's at stake right now? Let's listen to Stoops first before I tell you what's at stake at the moment.
Ho, 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 ho.
Yeah, he may need a shot of that vodka you guys were talking about earlier, Fitzy. But what's at stake at the moment? DC is trying to win for the 11th time in their last 13 regular season games. Arlington trying to avoid an 0-3 start after winning the XFL championship last year. This is a rematch of that XFL championship between these two teams here in the UFL. Russolino with the kick. The return. Rolling. In space, makes a man miss, still on his feet, and takes it into Arlington territory at the 35-yard line. Rolling a 57-yard return.
And if you blink, we're right back in this thing. All right, 10-point lead. You're like, what's going to happen? Roland gets to the outside, and now you've got the DC defenders trying to cut the deficit in half.
Welcome back to Arlington. The Renegades leading 28-18 in the XFL championship rematch from last year. This year here in the UFL. There's some interesting strategy here potentially, Kirk, for DC on this drive.
Yeah, the ball's at the 35-yard line, and so you have to have a discussion with your entire offense with I think DC just did. They're trying to get the hardest part, which is a touchdown. If they don't get a touchdown right here, they can get the field goal and still have an opportunity to regain possession if they make a field goal and still be able to continue this game.
We'll explain more in a second. Ta'amu, play action, goes down the field, almost intercepted. His man Roland fell to the ground, and Duran Lowe couldn't handle it. It skipped off the ground, but the reason, the reason that
52.
Let's listen on Fred Kice first.
Yeah. So not front side. So he doesn't want to look to the front. Watch in the slot. Brandon Smith, number 2. He's the weak side underneath route. Here he comes under. Right now.
Ta'amu through the hands of Brandon Smith, but a flag on the play.
I think you may have.
I saw that hand in the back of the head. You think
roughing
that
the passer, hand to the head of the quarterback.
I had it as forcible.
Okay, what was the number?
Number 50. One blue. I got roughing the passer, defense number 50 for a hit on the quarterback's helmet with his right hand.
Yeah. See if it's forcible.
Willie Taylor.
Personal foul, roughing the passer. Defense, number 50. 15-yard penalty and an automatic. First down.
You shitting me?
Bob Stoops not thrilled, clearly.
I think it's over in here. Came in on the swoop, and it's that last.
Oh, he hit him.
Hit him.
Hit him on the head. Hit him on the back of the head.
Right.
He can't challenge it because he's out of challenges. There's no super challenge. By the way, teams can have back-to-back possessions if they score in the fourth quarter and convert on a fourth. They can convert on a 4th and 12. But they would have to score first and can only happen in the fourth quarter if you're trailing. DC is in that position right now as Ta'amu slides. So that's what you were trying to explain, that we wanted to finish here. If DC scores here, they will be trailing still in the fourth quarter. And instead of a traditional onside kick, they can take a play from their own 28-yard line, a 4th and 12. If they convert, they continue. If they do not convert, Arlington will take over on that play. But they got to score first. Handoff on the left side. Harris taken down near the 10-yard line.
And the clock continues to run. He didn't get out of bounds, so that's what they're saying. He didn't get out of bounds, so the clock is moving.
Razor. We got to go.
It's a big third down here, 3rd and 1. You got to get the first, 3rd and 1.
You got it.
Ready? Take go.
Handoff again to Harris. Harris! Caught by his feet down to the 1. Miles Dorn saved a touchdown there. Under a minute to go.
Ready? To go.
1st and goal. And flags on the field.
DOF with contact.
So encroachment.
Number 20. Yes, encroachment with contact. 29.
Contact.
29.
29 defense. Got it.
Encroachment. Defense, number 29. Half the distance to the goal. 1st down.
Duran low.
Encroach on a cornerback, by the way. That's an outside corner. I would expect that from a defensive end, defensive tackle near the football, but that's all the way on the outside. The cornerback, Duran low.
To Harris. Trying to push his way in. Is he in? Yes, sir, he is.
Thank you.
A delayed call there, but Harris is in.
Yes.
So you got the touchdown.
Touchdown, yes.
So
and a half-hearted call, too, by one of the officials coming down the line.
Right down the line.
Hey, go for 2. You call a touchdown. You had him short.
The officials did kind of halfway put their hands up. So it was a very hesitant opportunity or situation for us because they did put their hands up, but again, it was kind of like halfway. They didn't put their hands up and extend.
They are for what?
All right, so Mayday, I guess after the encroachment, we had another play and had a touchdown.
Right, you're fine. You're fine.
Okay.
Left hash.
Try for 2 from the 5, the left hash.
So it is good. The touchdown is good. This is a 2-point conversion. Ta'amu under pressure. He's going to tuck it and run. Is he in? Yes, sir. He is in for the 2-point conversion. And it is a 2-point ball game. Let's bring in Mike Pereira from the U.S. Army Command Center. But let's look at the conversion
first. We got to take a look at this. We got a lot to look at here. We have to look at that ball. Was it loose before he broke the plane? And it was not. So he broke the plane. So it was a successful try. The other part was the confusion early, and that was on the encroachment play as to the clock. And then was there a play run? Was there wasn't? And we got it sorted out. The touchdown was the correct call. So
thank you, Mike. Appreciate that from the U.S. Army Command Center.
So that was a huge 2-point conversion.
Oh, no doubt.
Because
field goal wins it.
A field goal wins it now, right? So before we're thinking, if you don't get the conversion, you've got to score another touchdown. Now you get a 4th and 12 opportunity at your own 28-yard line. That if you convert, you get to the 40, this game will continue. And now you only got to get the field goal to win the football game.
Yeah, and this is one of the unique rules in the UFL that makes this so exciting at the end of games. Let's take a listen in on the quarterback, Jordan Ta'amu.
Hey, Coach, yellow. Trips right. Trips right. Red. Tucson. Hey, that middle read. 12. 12 people in the huddle. Who's up? Who's up? Let's go. Trips right. Red. Tucson. I'm on, ready. We got the seam.
Trips right, red. He's looking at the middle of the seam.
Yeah.
He's looking for that tight end. So this thing's going to go in the seam to that middle wide receiver. That's where he's looking at, right through the middle. Either number 3 or number 2 up top in this trips formation.
DC has been mangled statistically, but they have a chance here to convert this 4th down on 4th and 12 from their own 28.
Ready.
This is what this league is all about here. This type of play. Ta'amu with time. Throws it over the middle. Caught by his receiver. Near the 45-yard line. Ty Scott has to go back for it. Was almost tripped up by his own feet, but catches it. First down. Ta'amu again to the air, to the sideline. What a play there by Harmon. It was almost picked off. Harmon down the sidelines and pushed out at the 26.
Run the ball.
That was Duron Lowe. He went for the interception. He missed the interception. So by him missing the interception, you get Harmon with the catch, and he turns it up. Lowe's just looking back at him, but now he's in motion. He's going up the field and gets out of bounds.
A 26-yard gain, and DC is now in field goal range. Harris runs the ball up the middle, and he's stuffed down to the 26.
Yeah, I'm surprised at that play. I thought they would probably keep the ball in the air, but they're just playing for a field goal.
Duron Lowe tried to be the hero.
They're playing for a field goal here. This may be the last play. They're going to spike it here.
DC 50 yards on the last 3 plays. They do spike it.
Wow, here it is. Down 10 points just a few minutes ago. They get a touchdown, 2-point conversion, convert on a 4th and 12, couple big plays down the field, and now you've got an opportunity for a field goal.
Matthew McCrane to win it.
To win this game. Wow.
4 seconds on the clock, a 44-yard attempt.
And no icing of the kicker. Well, you still got 1 timeout if you're Arlington. 1 timeout left, and I think Bob Stoops is going to use that timeout. He's right by the official.
And a timeout.
No, or they get the delay of game.
Oh, a delay of game.
Delay of game.
Offense. 5-yard penalty, 2nd down. Correction, 3rd down.
Wow. So a 49-yard attempt now.
You never reset it.
Coach Barlow not happy about the clock situation. McCrane has 2 field goals today. This would be a heartbreaker for Arlington and another nail-biting victory for DC if they can pull it off, and they take a timeout now.
Here we go, guys.
Let's
Let's
listen
kick
in on
this
the
thing
coaches.
now. Get the hell out of here. Come on, win. Protect like hell now. Huh? You guys want Tommy in there because he's not done this? Hey, ask Russ. Has it? Is it? Have you done it? No.
I did it today.
Yes, it is. Let's stay with it. I don't know if Tommy has done it.
Inside and outside.
So you get 1 guy down. Looks like Tommy Champion, the left guard. He goes out of the game. And now you have someone else comes in. So now you just got to protect. They talk protection. Hand inside, hand outside.
McCrane has 2 field goals, as I mentioned, from 54 and 58. This one from 49 for the win. The kick is up. It is good! DC has come from behind. The 2nd week in a row, they survive. 29-28. The defenders avenged their loss last season in the XFL Championship.
Good job.
And get a win here in the UFL to improve to 2-1.
DC, are you with me? DC, are you with me? Unbelievable. Down 10, they get the touchdown, 2-point conversion, convert on 4th and 12. A couple of big plays down the field. They get a delay of game. Backs them up from a 44-yard attempt to a 49-yard attempt. They kick the field goal. They win this game by 1 point.
Not only do they cover the 2.5, they win outright.
Oh my goodness. What a win. What a win.
Let's go to Eric McLean with Coach Barlow.
Coach Barlow, unbelievable. 2 weeks and now our crew has had walk-off game winners. Your team never quit. What'd you see from those guys?
Man, I enjoyed watching them compete in the second half. Obviously, we had our woes in the first half, but the guys stayed in the fight. Our coaches did an amazing job of getting the plays out to them, and then, of course, Matt came out and was able to get that winning field goal for us.
The execution was flawless. The adjustments you've made to score the points in the fourth quarter specifically, your quarterback ran the ball very well. What'd you see from him and his grittiness today?
Man, Tamu played an outstanding game. Obviously, I know his O-line guys did well for him, but from the running game standpoint, we just hadn't had it, right? And today we had it, right? Tamu was able to run the ball well for us. O-line did a good job of blocking for him, and the perimeter guys did what they had to do.
Congratulations, Coach. Appreciate you.
Barbara Ann's boy!
Thank you, Eric McLean. DC was down 28-18 with 2:08 remaining, and they win 29-28. For Ian Fitzsimmons, Eric McLean, Kirk Morrison, Caitlin Urka, our director, Ashley Ward. We'll send it now to Dave Pash in Tuscaloosa for Alabama's Spring Football Day.